the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness.
No! Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 1209. And we've got Asterios back again. Welcome back, Asterios.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody!
Hey.
Happy June!
Yeah, it's almost over.
Well, I think
Happy almost July!
this is about the time of the month where I get to start celebrating Pride for myself.
Oh.
I'm not like super gay, but I'm like I like to shop for candles at TJ Maxx. So I like to give myself like the last day of Pride Month. I feel like that's okay.
Okay, now I will say this. I unironically shop for candles at TJ Maxx and Marshall's. Do you actually do that?
Yes. I have a TJ Maxx
They're
right
so
up my house.
cheap!
I was in TJ Maxx this week.
Yes!
This week.
So you can find like really good candles sometimes for $5.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can find like a candle like the size of like a huge orb for like $11.
Yeah,
They
I got a
smell
couple
nice.
of giant ones, triple wickers. I got some triple wickers.
I bought an octo-wicked candle one time at a Marshall.
That's a
And by the
menorah.
way, listeners,
Asterios, that's a
of course
menorah.
I'm using.
You bought a menorah. That was a menorah.
Oh, now we're getting back to
Like-
what Jesus wore.
No, that's
now,
not-
everyone,
It's got 8 wicks.
everyone, go check out the audio version of the show. You should check out the last one that we did because we did a pretty cool pre-show for that one, and we just recorded another pre-show that you can only get through the audio version of the show, iTunes, Spotify, all of that. We discussed how Asterios got blackout drunk on the last episode and said a bunch of stuff that I don't want to play on the main show. That's why we did it for the pre-show.
I think that was completely out of character for Asterios.
I was so ashamed.
I still don't believe it was him, honestly.
Alcohol is a disease, and every day is a fight. And you know, I know at this point the word "sorry" is lost all meaning, but I'm sorry. All right.
You
Get your ukulele out.
Yes, write a song.
Oh God! Oh. Yeah, I thought those things were gone.
No,
ukuleles are making a big comeback.
as long as there are white girls, ukuleles come with they come standard.
Is
with
Colleen
white girls.
Ballinger a white girl?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Her last name is Ballinger.
She looks.
Her first name's Colleen.
Yeah, that's like an Irish name.
That's Irish.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep. What do you mean she looks? What do you say?
She looks off-white, is what I'm saying.
Wow, Billy. Wow.
A lot of people say
You're
that's
just-
racist. I
I
think
say it's just your toxic contrarianism coming out again. That girl that's obviously white, she's not white. She's not white, even though her name is Colleen Ballinger.
you can't
she
judge
can't
a book.
be white.
You can't judge a
I'm
book by
Billy
its
the
cover.
French, and I don't think that's true.
This is a highly inappropriate rant from you, Ben.
No.
This is highly inappropriate.
Sounds like something
Look, I didn't
contrarian
know.
would
Look,
say.
I didn't know who this person was until today. And I keep messing up her name, and I'm trying to talk to my fiance about it, because she like woke me up and she was like, I have the best news. Someone made the worst apology. Like, she was like, this person made the worst the worst response ever to being accused of pedophilia. Of PDA, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but like, I've just been, today I like texted and I was like, hey, is there anything new with Molly Magic? And my fiance was like, who? I was like, I don't know this person. It's the freak with the ukulele.
Molly Magic.
Molly Magic sounds like one of the characters in Chuck E. Cheese's band.
You should not.
You know, like one of the animatronic
We
puppets.
write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle
Like,
kids.
yeah.
It's no good diddling kids.
We didn't do the diddle.
It's incredible. I still have not seen it. I've only heard about it, so we're going to have a good time tonight.
I'm just going to tell you, it's a good song.
Oh, that's great.
It's a really good song.
She's a good singer, too. Good. She actually is a good musician.
I was listening to the song.
It's a terrible apology. Or
it's not even an apology.
It's like
a
response. It's addressing at the allegations.
Yeah.
She would have been better off just not saying anything, in all honesty. But
probably
the song is good.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've heard the other thing that she's been accused of is trauma dumping. Have you guys heard about this accusation?
I've heard of it, but
I'm guilty.
I think that kind of shit is dumb. Like,
I trauma dump on this podcast every chance I get.
Yeah, it's like
the.
It's like eventually you can't do anything because there's some buzzword attached to it that makes it bad, right?
Look, I have
trauma dumping.
I have a lot of private group chats I'm in with little kids, and sometimes I want them to know how hard it is to be an adult, to prepare them for when they're adults. So I trauma dump. I'm like, look, you guys don't pay rent now. You don't, you still believe that BTS is the coolest people on earth?
Is trauma dumping where normally you're into scat stuff, but you just dump on them so much that it becomes traumatic? Is that trauma dumping?
If it was scat related, I would assume the dump itself was traumatic. Like it was.
No, they like it, right?
No, I'm talking like it's got like flecks of corn and blood in it. Like
the fecal matter is
itself,
traumatic.
That if it was scat related, the trauma would come from like a triage level diarrhea.
Damn.
Like a tiny shard of glass somehow gets in there. When did this? How did this? Well, I mean, look, it's like obviously, like a more serious group of podcasters would discuss like the weaponization of like therapy language and how like everyone is a victim now.
Yes.
All I know is this. I also hadn't heard of the phrase trauma dumping before today.
That is literally what you were just saying, though.
I have a ton of BPD friends, so I know trauma dumping.
Yeah, everyone's a victim now.
It's great.
Everyone liked the stream. Yeah.
To be fair, though, some people are still victims.
Come on, and we've got a goal to hit tonight. Ben, tell the people what we're looking for.
We're looking for you to send in some donos. $5 TTS if you want to interrupt whatever we're saying. We should probably get at least to the 50 percentile. I'm not going to kill my liver tonight like I did last week.
You know what I'm going to do tonight?
I could take a couple good guesses.
Tonight, Dunkin' Donos. For every $12.12 donation, I'm going to get up and I'm going to show my donut belly button.
Asterios, I enjoyed your 2 episodes about King Cobra and forgive you for how much you guys got wrong.
I love... Okay, so Asterios was gone during that dono. Asterios, we just got a dono directed at you and your recent coverage of King Cobra. And how and how much of it you got wrong?
I'm positive I did. My fiance is I was gonna tell you guys about this just offline in group text. Like one day I come home, like my fiance is like, have you ever heard of this guy named King Cobra?
Yeah.
And I was like,
okay.
I was like, yes, he's the only.
Don't give him all of the
person
first time.
I was like, he's the only person on the Drunken Peasants who they play that like doesn't make me like upset or sad. I'm like, he's like my little lolcow hero. And now, anytime I walk into a room, she's just playing hours and hours. She's going back 10 years to like when he had hair and was coherent.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes he'll pop into our chat, especially because he's a subscriber of the channel. And when we have his face in the thumbnail or his name in the title, he'll pop in every now and then. And if we say something like that has a discrepancy, he'll clear it up. And we played him Jared because we wanted to show him the ultimate sicko.
The ultimate King Cobra vacation, I think, is we go to New Zealand where they filmed The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and we sit on a hilltop with him and we smoke pipes and blow smoke rings on the Shire. I think that's the ultimate King Cobra vacation.
Let's watch this video. Let's watch this musical addressing the allegations.
False. Trauma dumping is what happens after you eat one of King Cobra's burritos.
That's it. I always wonder what his poo-poos are like.
You'd think his body would be used to it, right? I don't know, though.
I apologize. I'm looking up right now. Just yesterday, because here's what I do with my fiance. Like, we'll be just in the kitchen eating, and like I'll want to put something on for her. You know, like you put on like cartoons for a baby. So I'll just like search King Cobra JFC on YouTube and just put anything on the TV. Like yesterday, a trailer dropped for a full-on documentary about King Cobra.
This is the third one. This is the third one.
Third documentary.
I don't know anything about this. I just saw it. I was like, this is so compelling. I was like, oh my goodness.
The first one was when he was still living with his dad, and he was like a young guy, probably like 18, 19. Yes. And then the second one was from probably like 3-ish years ago. And then, yeah, he had been talking about how they were filming one this past few months. So we'll see that come out.
It's so weird to see him on a camera that like doesn't look like someone wiped their ass with it. Like he looks, I'm not saying he looks fantastic, but like you put a regular ass camera on him and you're kind of like, I might not run from this guy if I ran into him in a bowling alley.
He just needs some dental work that like he hasn't been taking care of his teeth. So okay. People have been accusing this woman, Colleen Ballinger, who is known as Miranda Sings, her character. I guess she has a Netflix series.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
Miranda Sings.
She's a story of a YouTuber who got mainstream, you know, and she's got like 4 million subs or something like that. Nothing like, or is it 4 million or more?
It might be more. I don't think I've ever willingly.
I've never watched
went to her page other than this video.
I've seen her around. I'm like, oh, that's the girl that doesn't know how to put lipstick on. She has like Marilyn Manson lipstick where she like draws the lipstick all the way around.
I did watch the first season of her Netflix series because I wanted to see what a YouTuber was doing on Netflix.
You should just watch Odd Ones Out.
This was after she did her show, I think.
Okay.
It was like a big deal that a YouTuber got a Netflix deal. So I was like, what's a YouTuber going to do with a Netflix deal? And I watched it, and I thought to myself, a lot of this comedy, that's the word that she would use for it. A lot of this comedy is borderline creepy. There was like Uncle Touchy jokes and stuff. It was the type of stuff I would make, and I don't look like a fine young woman, you know. I look like
a fine old woman.
I look like a touchy subject, you know. I look like the uncle. I look like Uncle Buck, except a little less than $1.
You look like a fine young cannibal.
I'm Uncle 97 cents.
All right.
Yeah, but like, haven't you ever seen Sarah Silverman? What humor is when you say something horrible and racist, but you're like a nice-looking white woman. That's the joke.
I do like that. I should be a white woman.
But then she calls out Dave Chappelle after his stuff that he made.
Well, he's not a white woman.
Weird. It's weird.
Yeah. Anyway,
off topic.
Yes,
Sorry.
Yes. Let's class focus, please.
Look at that uke. I always wanted to learn to play the ukulele, so in photographs I could put my dick next to it, and people might think that that's a regular sized guitar and a regular sized penis.
My face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
Virtue-tainment is a thing.
You guys having fun? All aboard the toxic gossip train.
This is the hook. It's very catchy.
The toxic gossip train. This makes me think it's
Don't talk over it.
Well, pause it then.
You pause it. You know when you're going to talk better than me.
Nah, you have no idea when I'm going to talk.
You know, right?
That
was my fucking point.
You have no idea.
That's contrarian.
You have no idea, Ben. You have no idea. Am I going to talk? Am I going to talk right now? Am I going to do it? I'm going to do it.
That's my point. I have no idea when you're going to talk, and we could hear it all if you pause it before you talk.
This is the new Schoolhouse Rock right here.
Okay.
This is good. This is big. This is big.
Down the the tracks of misinformation, the toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do this, you can't just do it on your couch. Like, look, don't do this. But like, if you're gonna do this, you actually have to put like effort into it. Look, I understand that, like, there's something that like looks particularly manic about just like throwing on a ring light, because you can see like the huge shadows like on the.
You can see it in their pupils, like the ring light.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like it's like I throw on a ring light and a tank top, and I'm gonna make a song about this. This is wrong. It looks crazy. It looks insane.
Toxic gossip train, tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past, cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash, but hey.
Like, all the claims these people are making, they're horrible claims, terrible claims, but you have to also remember the time they were talking to her, they were little kids, and little kids are dumb. There's a reason they can't vote. So, in her defense, they are literal children. Can we trust them?
At least you're having fun. Hi, everyone. I've been wanting to come online.
Can we pause for a second? Billy.
Yeah.
That was really, really funny. And if it were a less loaded subject, I would have joined you and also done bits on that, because that's an incredibly good premise. Just the idea that, like, yeah, they think that there's a quarter behind your ear. Like, gee, damn it! Damn it, I'm riffing! No. Look,
they
Billy,
believe in Santa Claus, right?
Now we've all got Caesar's blood on our hands. I want to let you know that was very funny, Billy.
About a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that.
Oh, she has a team.
If she's got a Netflix show.
I'm not disagreeing that she has a team. I'm just saying, you should never, ever, ever bring up your team, especially in a song about this. It's like, that's another like inhuman decision.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't go. You probably shouldn't say, "My team told me not to do this, and I'm about to do it now."
This is Eugenia Groomy.
I never said that.
That's what Kanye does. Kanye's like, I fired my managers. I am unmanageable. It's like, that's a crazy thing.
I wonder if Adidas is going to drop Colleen Ballinger now.
The point she's making is, my team told me not to talk about this, but they didn't say I couldn't sing about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is why R. Kelly got away with that underage stuff for so long.
Age is but a number.
He wrote Age Ain't Nothing But a Number for Aaliyah. That's why he was able to marry her when she was underage. He wrote the song that was her hit. America was like, hey, we're going to let this guy marry her because we love this song about underage sex.
I mean, what Billy's saying is absolutely accurate. It's like there's no such thing as an American Pie. So, like, it's like songs are crazy. They're like, there was no ship called the Edmund Fitzgerald, and Lord knows there was no person named Lola. It's, if it's in a song, it does. Like, if you've ever murdered someone, you should confess to it in a song. That it's completely inadmissible.
Right? You're home free. Do you think it would be worse or better if that submarine that blew to smithereens was going down to see the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Yeah. To go visit the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, would it be better or worse if that's where they were headed? I don't know.
I don't know.
Here I am, and today I only want to talk about the facts.
So, no.
I hope that you'll be willing to listen.
Here are the facts.
No. She doesn't want to talk about the facts. She wants to sing about the facts.
Sing!
Here we go. Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody. This kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, "Ugh." That was me, but in group chats with my fans. It was weird. I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that...
15 years sharing her life online, and the kid that is accusing her of grooming was 15 years old when he was being groomed, right?
So they're 30 now?
No, I mean,
Yes.
I don't think she was sharing.
Oh.
I don't think she was sharing since for the entire 15 years.
Oh, okay.
I think there's stuff that happened with the kid happened with like the last 5 years or so.
Oh, okay.
But I just thought it was interesting.
There's a BuzzFeed article about this that I wonder if maybe we could take a look at after.
Yeah,
just so we
yeah.
can like know what the because like I genuinely don't know what the allegation. Like my
I'll tell you
fiance was
what,
like, yeah.
They could be completely true, but this shit gets thrown around on the internet all the time that when it happens, I'm just like on the fence about it every time. I saw the shit with Onision. Onision was a fucked up guy who was a weirdo, but he didn't, as far as we can tell, I mean, like, he didn't do anything illegal or anything like that.
We'll see what happens in this court case.
That doesn't matter. I mean, like, that's all trash.
The one of the things that she supposedly did was send the kid lingerie in the mail, but it was part of a giveaway for all of her fans, I guess. Like
Had
the kid
she
won
won it? Did it have like her pussy juices on it or
I mean,
something?
I assume.
Or was it just like new lingerie?
I don't think it was new. I think it was like she was like giving away like lingerie to her fans and this kid won it or something. I don't know.
Cool.
What the fuck kind of content does this person like? First,
It's
I
all
heard they
music.
do like big lipstick jokes. Now I'm seeing a uke song, and then they're selling their thongs like Carmella from the WWE. Like what? Who is
Carmella's
this person?
selling
You can't teach that.
They all sell. If you go to WWE.com, you can buy the ring-worn gear of many a WWE diva. It's officially through the system. It's not even like a weird thing they do on the side.
Let's get through this, guys. Come on. Let's work.
Sorry. Friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
Oh, no, pause it. That's not what happened. No, what happened was you eventually got tired or overwhelmed of messaging your fans. Like, all of us on this thing are content creators. It's like we go through phases where, like, yeah, we're very available. And then we go through phases where you can't find us because, like, we're dealing with other shit. But, like, to say that, like, yeah, I'm not messaging my fans anymore because it was... Okay, if you're saying that I don't do it anymore... because I've changed my behavior and taken accountability, then what you're saying is what I was doing before was wrong.
Well, yeah, she was saying it was creepy.
Right. And if you're admitting to doing... No, what she's saying is, I was like a weird, creepy aunt, and I was like a lonely loser, and it's like, well, that's not the accusation, though. Like, you're not being accused of being socially inept.
Well, she's saying that these accusations are misunderstanding. She's saying these kids, right, who would believe a quarter was behind their ear the entire time, have no idea the difference between grooming and creepy aunt behavior.
I definitely agree that is what she's saying. Like it's just, but the thing is, it's if you're like, yeah, I'm taking accountability and I've changed my behavior, then. All right, well, then you're saying that what you were doing was wrong because, like, no one takes accountability for feeding the homeless and petting a dog.
Which I think is wrong.
Yeah.
Keep your hands off the dog.
Yeah, the dog doesn't want to be
petted.
petted.
What if the dog has autism? It doesn't want to be pet.
There's nothing that dogs hate more than being petted.
Yet another target for white women like this. Oh, I'm sorry. Please keep playing the song.
All right.
On the toxic gossip train.
So fucking catchy, though.
Locomotives fueled with hateful accusations.
I feel like I'm about to watch a Showtime show like Weeds. Like Weeds is about to start after this. Mary Louise Parker's going to come on.
Glad to see Asterios on the Drunken Peasants station.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for donating. Well, much like Mary Louise Parker, she's got bangs and wears tank tops and doesn't eat much.
Toxic gossip train. Hop on board or close your eyes, otherwise you'll train is made of lies, and that person you despise maybe didn't deserve to die, but hey, at least you're having fun.
Yeah, I think
It didn't rhyme.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important.
She did rhyme lies with despise, eyes, dies, and then she said, but at least you're having fun afterwards. At least you're having fun, isn't it?
Like, well, I'll eat
That's a throwback to like the earlier part of the song.
It's
like an intro.
It's an end riff.
Yep.
She goes through the crescendo of the rhymes and then ends, but at least you're having fun.
Yeah.
All this bad
It's
stuff
actually
you're
a
doing.
well-crafted song. It actually is.
As
It
somebody
actually is.
as somebody who has made songs and groomed children, this is up there. This is up there.
People accountable
Would this be better if it were, if she had a full band and a 3-camera setup? Would this be better or worse?
No, too much production for
I mean,
this.
at that point, I'd be like, what are you trying to hide?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. This is actually, see, I disagreed with your, like, on your couch thing. I think she needs that intimate, like, we're at the coffee house and she's the girl with the ukulele sitting on a stool.
You say
playing.
coffee house. I think this is like when you go to the preschool for sing-along time and you're like the special teacher.
Or it's like when you go to the library and it's like a story hour.
The T-girl story hour. I come in with it tucked back and my hair flowing. And I'm like, who wants to hear a story about Roxanne turning on the red light?
By the way, I gotta get this out there. Tonight is our last night where we're gonna finish up Isom by Eric July. Do you know about this comic book, Asterios?
No.
Isom. Oh
cool.
God, yeah. We'll tell you about it in a minute here. I'll give you the rundown.
Sure.
Mistakes.
By the way, I could talk about this lady for another half hour.
Oh, we will.
We haven't even touched upon the fact that she's in really good shape.
Yeah.
We have to also go to the article that you were suggesting afterwards.
Yeah,
too.
we will. We will.
We got a super chat from Vash Stampede who says, "Could you shout out my basset hound Willow? She's such a good girl."
Hello, Willow.
Hi, Willow.
Willow.
Good girl, Willow.
Good girl, Willow. Good girl, Willow.
Good girl.
You know,
Attack
we
the
should hope
computer,
that everyone
Willow.
can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their
Let's
behavior
see
and
the donut.
be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care?
Oh, what? You don't care?
I thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise.
Why do you look so happy doing that? I want to know, because no one else
That's
can see your
donut break.
face but me.
That's a donut
and you
break.
look ridiculously happy doing
I
that.
gotta take a donut break.
While you dramatize your lies and
Gotta
monetize
take a donut
their
break.
demise.
Okay, can we pause this again? I'm sorry, I have another offensive question.
Go ahead.
Would we fall for this harder if this person were 12 years younger? Like, is there something particularly sad about someone who's about to hit 40? And trust me, I'm 40 and
How
I'm
old
sad.
is she?
She's got to be in her 30s, right?
Let me see.
Yeah.
I'd say
I mean, is there
37?
I would say mid-30s, and it's like, is there something... There's something so sad about a person in their mid-30s with bangs and a ukulele.
We're getting 36 out of our plug chat.
36, yeah. November 21st, 1986. So she'll be 37.
If she's
in a
been
few
doing
months.
this in public eye since she was 21.
Yeah.
If she was 12 years younger, then I think
She
it'd
had
be more
a baby
acceptable.
not too long ago, too. I saw that. Like,
Huh.
and she's married to some dude, Eric Stock.
Because 20-somethings are always grooming, right? That's
the thing. You expect it out of a 20. You expect this out of a 20.
I'm like, oh, you 20-something, you're sick. You better stop. But 30-something?
This is her husband. He's an actor. He's been in
Eric Stocklin.
Yeah, Mistresses, Stalker, Good Trouble, and Haters Back Off.
Is that her show? Yeah,
yes.
Haters Back Off is
That's
her
probably.
show.
I don't know if they were together before that happened or if that's how they met or something. But yeah,
And he is 40 years old.
yeah.
Yeah, he looks like an improv guy.
Look,
Yeah, there you go.
You can tell by that photo that he's like on stage doing improv.
he's just copying the best bits from Dave Foley.
Are
I
we
feel
all?
like I can already already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me.
Again, pause it. This is an awful defense of like, hey, you guys are accusing me of blank, blank, blank crime. Well, you're not so perfect either.
Yeah, I've seen that used so many times.
Only one was. Like, what the hell is this? Call back.
Only one was.
What the hell is this? And stabbed me repeatedly in my bony little back. I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not going to take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up
to be
clout.
fair,
made up for clout.
To be fair to Colleen here, this is definitely the most obnoxious way to address these people. she's like, hey, not only do I fucking hate you guys, but I'm gonna sing a fucking obnoxious ukulele song.
I think it's
rubbing it in that fuck you guys.
What were you gonna say, Ben?
I think it's a great song.
No,
well, obviously, it's a mechanically perfect song.
Yeah.
But that's where that's why she is where she is. She like her entire persona is music related. She created this like persona, Miranda sings, that's all kind of like awkward and weird and doesn't know how to put makeup on and everything. But she can sing.
Now we have Mutiny in the chat says she is the standard BS artist that has gotten by in life by acting cute and innocent. I disagree. I think she's gotten by in life by actively feeding off of the cute and innocent. Predatory behavior.
Everybody, I found someone new to harass. She did some things that I do not like in her past. So
but it's so catchy.
Again, please pause it. She did some things that I do not like. What are you doing, lady? That's a straight up admission of crimes. Your team was right. Don't do this.
Your loaded lethal weapon is your fingers on the keys. You don't need any armor when you can hide behind a screen. So shoot me down quick and click and bam.
Saying, you're hitting me with a train. I'm dead. A loaded lethal weapon. She's putting this in terms of like, your accusations are violence against me that will kill me.
Yeah.
Which is another insane way to look at this.
Because kids aren't capable of murder.
That's what the NRA says, and I agree with them.
Guns don't kill people, kids kill people.
She's like, I'm fighting for my life here. And it's like, no. Like, you're fighting for your job here. Like, here's what you're fighting for. The ability to, like, go to a restaurant without a reservation and get seated right away. Like, you're fighting for your spot here.
I feel bad for poor Trisha Paytas. She had just started a podcast with Colleen Ballinger right before all this came out. I think they'd gotten like only a couple episodes filmed.
I hate how you say her name.
Colleen Ballinger?
Colleen.
That's her name.
It's not Colleen.
Yeah, it is. That's her name.
That's not how it's pronounced.
It's Colleen.
Like colorectal.
Yeah,
like colorectal
that's why
cancer,
he's saying
which
it
is
that
what
way.
this song is giving
it's
us.
literally Colleen Ballinger. That's her name.
Okay.
That's how it's pronounced.
Okay.
It's not called a cosine, it's a cosine. Exactly.
Yeah, Billy pronounces things right all the time.
Her name is Colleen Ballinger. That's just how her name is pronounced.
Okay, fine.
If you like to look it up.
The fact that this person, I did not know this person started a show with Trisha Paytas.
Yeah.
Why would anyone do that?
Oh, for one, Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas is a toxic queen.
That's why you don't do it anymore. Because we all saw the show. We all saw what happened with that.
Frenemies was classic. It was so good.
I loved Frenemies.
So good.
I agree.
I'm starting a petition right now. I want to be the new co-host of Trish Paytas' show. Colleen Ballinger did all the bad stuff just so I could come and take her seat. I want that seat, Trish. I want to be your co-host.
My reputation's deceased.
Her reputation was murdered. Asterios.
I also wanted to take a minute to talk
What's her
about that
reputation?
girl Miranda sings. You know the one.
What she was saying.
Yeah, her. She's PG-13. It says that on my website, and it's always been that way. And that's why you won't find my videos on the YouTube Kids app. Anyway.
Yeah, don't you know that her fucking site is PG-13 and it always has been, and that these people who were accusing her were over the age of 13, so fuck you. They were like 14, 15. Get out of here.
It's not a defense. It's not a defense to say that there was a warning label to not go into that church. Like, what happened in that church is still a crime. I get that you were forewarned. It's still bad.
I didn't realize it was my responsibility to decide what was appropriate for every kid to see. I've always relied on parents to decide if they're comfortable.
You're not being accused. Your content isn't the issue. It's your behavior in group chat.
If those parents didn't want me talking to their kids in group chat, they should have been in the group chat as well. They could have been the ones getting the free panties that were sent to them in the mail instead of that little boy.
Okay, look, let's talk about that again for a second. I do want that lingerie, though.
Right?
And, like, I do.
I want to put it on. I want to go to the local library, and I want to play ukulele and read books.
And read Isom.
I do.
With their families watching my YouTube videos or coming to my live shows. Now.
They have to sell bags, right? They have to sell, like, there has to be a thing you can buy that like vacuum seals in the flavor, so to speak, of items like that.
Oh yeah,
there has to.
I think they're called Ziploc bags.
Yellow
with the zips.
And blue makes me hard. Yes.
The sniff lock or something.
Yes. Have I made lots of dumb mistakes? Yes. Am I sad that there are some fans who feel betrayed? Yes. Was my intention to manipulate? No.
So you're admitting to manipulation.
She said it wasn't her intention, though. She said if she manipulated, it was just her quirky behavior that made her manipulate. She was a quirky, manipulating, trauma dumping, cute girl.
We're discussing. It's like you're slicing it so thin, it's fucking like a Waffle House steak. We're discussing the difference between manslaughter and murder. Like someone still died.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna get charged with either, I want the one that can be mispronounced as man's laughter.
That's well argued. You need to defend this person in court because they clearly need someone else to talk for them.
I should be I should start a law firm. Instead of being legal representation, I'll be illegal representation because I won't have any state bar. I won't have any credentials, but I'll illegally represent people in a court of law. I'll do it.
It doesn't really matter what my intention was because it seems as though everyone's already decided on that.
Yes.
Let me tell you, it's not very fun to have millions of people all.
Fuck. Anybody who's watching right now that knows how to play the ukulele and can do a spot on Donald Trump reference imitation needs to do Donald Trump playing the ukulele and apologizing for all the fucking documents. All the stolen classified documents. That'd be too fucking good right now.
The world.
Someone else packed the boxes. Didn't know what was in them.
Vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words that a person can be called, in my opinion. It doesn't matter.
Here it comes.
Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
Here it comes. She's gonna break into the song.
To say that the only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats.
Whoa. We just had a thing with Shane Dawson and his cat.
Is she a licensed cat groomer is what I'm wondering. Because that's disgusting if she's not. Is she trained to groom cats?
This is where I back out of the conversation.
I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans, and I'm not a predator, even though a lot of
That's
people think
not
so.
again. This is so great. She like lives in this like wonderful little castle of like deflections. Like you're not you're not being accused of like sending a DM. Like you're being accused of like serious stuff here. Like you're not just being accused of like sending like you texting someone an emoji of a smiley face and texting what you're accused of doing. It's like, oh, they're both texts. I guess none of us should text. It's like, no, that's not the issue, lady.
Were there any one-on-one DMs we're talking about, or was this all within the confinement of a group chat?
There were DMs, and we'll go through the stuff.
I just don't know.
I'm so skeptical because I've seen it
Good
thrown
Lord,
around so
what
many
did I
times.
just walking on. Also, hi, Asterios.
Oh!
Missed you, you middle-aged cherub.
Beautiful cherub.
I've seen it get thrown around so many times, and this shit can be faked. I don't even know anything about her. Like I have no horse in the race. She could be totally guilty of what everyone is accusing
Can't
her
wait
of.
for Jared to make a video about this and defend this, since it is in his
you're
nature
right!
to defend grooming and PDF files.
I'm not
Put
a
a uke
groomer.
in that guy's hand.
I'm just a loser. Maybe they're not kids. Maybe I'm just a cougar. I could touch them 'cause I love them. In the DM, I want to hug them, and I sent my underwear to all of the kids. Sorry, I was doing a little remix.
No, we were stopping because I wanted to make it easily clippable. I was like, if I laugh over this, because I was like, oh, this is gold. But no, listen, I don't know. Look, obviously, I only heard about this person today.
Yeah,
I don't know shit. I am not triggered by the accusations. I am triggered by the response.
Yes, she shouldn't have said anything. She would have been better off not saying anything. But the song is pretty interesting. But you know what? I saw your tweet yesterday where you said like Colleen Ballinger. What would you say?
It's 2023, and Colleen Ballinger just released the song of the year.
The song of the year, and I was like, who is that? So I looked it up. And at first I didn't recognize her, and then I found the picture of Miranda, like her character, and I'm like, oh, it's that bitch with red lipstick. No, she probably did not write a good song. This is stupid, and Billy's being a contrarian again.
There's something about...
I didn't know about any of this shit.
There's something about coffee shop singers with ukuleles that appeals to my brand of whiteness. If Ingrid Michaelson... I just can't help it. These songs are just they hit me different because I am Peckerwood white.
Yeah, look, we all love that uke song from Popeye. I mean, look, we all love Tiny Tim. Aww.
Yes.
What if they were an even tinier Tim? That would be even better. But like the thing I'm triggered by, listeners, is the baffling. It's like looking at someone. It's like in that episode of The Simpsons where Frank Grimes is like trying to grab the electricity. He's like, I can grab the electricity because I'm Homer Simpson. And you're just like, don't do that. Oh, God.
When I hear this, it almost sounds like it could be made into like a ska song to me. And a lot of people hate ska, but I liked it when I was a teenager. So that's kind of what it sounds like.
You know, this ukulele song might even be even better as a ska song.
It would be. It would be. Like if Real Big Fish covered it,
I never had to diddle kids, but I know someone who has.
Mighty
it makes me
Boss
wonder
Tones.
if I
Come on.
did.
Get it together.
Is that ska?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'm just imagining what you're saying, but it's so funny. It's like someone taking this exact song and just going like, pick it up, pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And they got to wear like checkered stuff, you know? Yes. Maybe suspenders.
That guy that jumped up and down on stage. Wait, I heard that the Mighty Boss Tones jump up and down guy got canceled for being an anti-vax.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know if that's true, but I'm starting that rumor now.
5 years ago, I made a fart joke.
I don't know about the fart joke, but that's funny. Because she felt to throw that, and now she's almost crying because she talked about a fart joke.
Is she holding back laughter because farts are funny?
Is she farting?
Yeah, did she whiff and sniff right now? Did she whip one out?
No, I know this video won't change anyone's mind about me. I still felt it was important to come on here and defend myself a little and take accountability.
Defend myself a little and take accountability.
Say that to To anyone out there who has ever supported me in any capacity.
Okay, I want to clarify this part where she like shoves too many syllables in, and like and the parts
You're
that are
not
just
going to
talking.
talk about that Asterios thinks
God
tuberculosis
fucking
is
damn it!
Quit sending money so Ben can talk. Rest in peace.
But
Tiny
yeah,
Tim.
I'm not saying that part of the song is good. I think the hook is kind of good. I don't know. I think it's great.
I came
Thank you
to
for the donation.
apologize,
You
but
play-
here's
would
the.
it be like up
This
here?
is how I play ukulele.
You play it like up here?
Yeah, I came to apologize,
violin.
but here's the twist. I couldn't help but respond. I'm a narcissist. Do 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 do.
I really, really appreciate you. Thank you.
And who here hasn't sent a kid a picture of the tits?
I never had any bad intentions,
Uh,
but I do feel like shit.
Look, I'm sure John Wayne Gacy thought what he was doing was based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all good
Yeah.
fun, you know?
I'm based in Red Room.
Just teaching rope tricks. Just teaching people rope tricks.
Yeah, it's just a fun hand.
I'm
This,
now
check out this
specifically
handcuffs
waiting
gag.
for Ben to start talking again.
That's
Yes.
very nice of you, Don
Yes.
Does Doodles. Thank you for both
You
donations.
missed.
Thank for keeping
You
it
missed.
alive.
Try harder next time, asshole.
You're jogging down the tracks of misinformation, toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. You tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past. Rumors look like facts when you don't mind the gaps. I won't survive.
Well, no, wait. Mind the gap. Now she's mixing subway language with like old-fashioned choo-choo train language.
you gotta
Like,
mind the
she's-
gap.
I agree you have to mind the gap on the tube. But
Yeah,
like,
on the
she's
tube.
saying you're tying me to the tracks like that's an old-fashioned Snidely Whiplash. move.
Snidely Whiplash. That's what I was thinking. Some Dudley Do-Right shit was going on.
I mean, I could see us vilifying her if she said "Mind the Gap, kids," but this is a regular Gap. This is not Gap Kids. This is for PG-13. You ever shop at Gap Kids?
No, but I've listened to them, and they're a fine band of adults.
Of adults. How great would it be if somebody remade the movie Kids today?
It wouldn't happen. It would be all like 25-year-olds like playing the characters in it.
Do you think it would have to be in New York City? Is there a better subculture for the movie Kids to be made?
Olympia, Washington.
What's going on there?
You don't want to know.
Every single person involved would be arrested if they made that movie today. Oh my god!
I think it's time. Like, what if they remade Kids and they made it in like a high?
Oh, the millennial pause.
Yep.
Oh shit! She got a part two.
I'm sorry, Billy. I'm sorry.
Maybe I
Billy.
should let you guys know something. It seems like
Yeah? I need a shit.
maybe you're confused about something. I don't know.
We should really start a
Sometimes
pedo
people
apology
make
group.
A mistake, and it doesn't make them a horrible person. Whoa. Sometimes people make a mistake and they're still a good person. Crazy, I know.
Or how about this? You could do everything you do, be guilty of what they said, or not, don't care, and still not be a good person. You're probably a piece of shit person, anyways, to be where you are, and to have to even respond to shit like this by playing a ukulele.
She shouldn't have responded.
No matter what, I don't think you're a very good person. You're a good celebrity, I guess. I don't fucking know.
I don't know
wouldn't watch
anything.
you
Yeah, I don't
ever, but fuck, you could be, you could be guilty, you could be innocent, and still not be a good fucking person. You know how hard it is to be a good person?
But the thing is, if you put this in the language of like that kind of morality, like they're accusing me of being a bad person, but I'm a good person. It's another way to just move us off the discussion. You know what I mean? Like you're not No, we're not. People aren't mad at you because they're like, you're a bad person. They're mad at you because of these things they're alleging.
And you don't have to be a good person. Like, there's no rule where it's like, hey, to exist in society, you have to be a good person. Bad people do just fine.
So Brooklyn in the chat, I understand. I agree 100%. Yes, the topics of choice, according to the evidence that's being presented, was that she did pick inappropriate topics to discuss with said fans. She probably shouldn't even discuss that with her of age, alive, and non-related fans too. You know?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to hearing what some of these topics are.
Sometimes people can make a mistake, and you don't have to take that mistake, oh no, and twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and pulverize it. And
so, like, I listened to this. It sounds like Scott. Like, that sounds like Scott to me. I'm sorry.
Stab it.
I'm waiting for the trumpets and the trombones to kick in. Like that, you know?
Knives and ruin a life and... Oh no, sometimes people can make a mistake.
Ruin a life.
Doesn't mean you gotta send them hate. Oh no, sometimes people can make a mistake, and you can kindly let them know and help them to grow.
Pause. What's that, Asterios? You wanna drop one?
No, I want to hear you.
I'm saying here right now, whether she's guilty, innocent, whatever she did, take that away from the song. Take that away from the song. I like the message of this song. Some of you motherfuckers are just looking for people to attack. Whether she's guilty or not, I don't care. I'm not defending her in this statement. I like the idea that we need to be more aware that some of you motherfuckers are just weak people grouping together, trying to find a bad guy so you can be bad to them. And that shit is fuck.
Yeah. It's shit that you would normally say is wrong to do to someone, but because your target is perceived as this horrible person, you use it to justify shit that you would normally think is horrible to do to somebody. It happens all the time.
I totally agree with you both. Like, it's you got to dehumanize the King Cobra before you can make a career out of like destroying it, like that British guy does. Like, But what was it? It's like, but Billy, I think that's what makes this incredibly effective propaganda, where it's like, no, that's a good point. We shouldn't rush to judgment. We shouldn't try to destroy someone's life for fun. Like, and we shouldn't attempt to ruin someone's good name for sport. Like, but the thing, it's like, none of that is what we're talking. None of that is what is alleged. And like, by moving the discussion to like toxicity bad, it's like, yes, toxicity bad, but also, is this thing you did bad? I don't know what's alleged, but it's like she's changed the discussion.
Are we attacking Colleen Ballinger to end her career? Are we trying to stop her? Are we trying to punish her?
I don't give a fuck about her
career. Are we trying to punish her? Or are we trying to farm views for our own content? Like, that's the question. Because here right now, I'm just trying to farm views. That's what I'm trying to do. Are these people accusing her because they want views, or do they want to stop her? Because if they want to stop her, they got to do a better job. That's my biggest complaint about these virtue-tainment people. None of them ever want to stop the fucking toxic person. They want to feed off of them for years.
Yeah. They didn't want Onision to go away.
They want to keep it going for as long as possible, and that to me is sick. If you want to be the one to stop him, stop him. Don't get this audience behind you and say, we only need one more Chris Hansen, one more donation, one more GoFundMe, and we'll get him, guys. And then 7 GoFundMes later, this rally war cry was just a fucking way to drum up money for your own pockets. That's the type of shit that gets me. Not saying that's what's going on here. Just saying in general, we need to get better at slaying the monsters and not just perpetuating them.
No, listen, Listen, I completely agree. Like, I can't imagine what kind of person would like try to make a bunch of money in a career off of like picking on like a marginalized or disabled person. By the way, listen to my podcast, Christery, all about Christine Weston Chandler, DWC. We go through her life year by year. But like the thing about what is happening, I agree with you, Billy, that like there is a class of like feeders. There's like a class of like, barnacles that like make their money off of like beating up these people like punching bags. I think that's different though than like, if the people who are like accusing her of this stuff maybe accused her of this stuff in the wrong way or didn't do it perfectly, like that can create like another kind of toxic environment where you're like, well, you're not the perfect victim, therefore I don't believe you. Like, I think it's always important in these situations to like, I think there's a thing with young people where if they hear an accusation, they immediately believe it because that is the more interesting choice. Whereas like all of us who are like in our late 30s, early 40s, like at this point, like the three of us know, like, yeah, you have to like treat an allegation seriously, but you got to give it time and you got to examine all the facts before like you make a decision.
It's also the safer choice. I've heard people rationalize this where it's like, well, if I believe the accusation or if I believe the accusations and they're wrong, the worst thing that happens is I believed a liar. But if I push back against the accusations and they're true, then I believed a predator or whatever the accusations are for. And so they're like playing the odds. You know what I mean?
That's an incredibly good point. I mean, the safest place to be is in the mob.
Right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You shouldn't play the odds with this kind of stuff, though. And I have not looked into any of this enough to take a side, but yeah, I mean, like...
We're definitely going to look into it further after this video.
Yes, after this, we're going to look into it further. I see people getting heated in the chat. We haven't looked into this. We're literally just reacting to the video here. And we're not saying she's innocent. We're just saying, like, we don't know enough about it, and we would, that's pretty typical.
Katie Cat Meow says her song is catchy, so she must be innocent.
Oh, okay.
That was what I was saying.
I'm convinced now.
That's what
she's
I was
innocent
saying.
now.
And look at those bangs. Would the new girl do this? Like, again, it's
almost Betty Page-like. The hair. She did sell lingerie to people.
And that's also based. That's the best thing I've heard about her so far. Like the thing, like, look, I used to work in public relations in PR. And that's why this is so engaging to me. Because it's like a series of cascading and horrible decisions that like led to this. Like, that's what's interesting here.
This freeze frame makes it look like she's singing, "Someone please call 911." Am I wrong? Did
that with like a Louis Armstrong kind
Someone please call 911. I think she's, I don't know. I know that's not what she's singing, but it just, in my head, it's playing.
Sometimes people make mistakes simply because they made a mistake. And that mistake doesn't make them a terrible human. It just makes them a human.
Now the song is entering Mr. Rogers territory.
What do I know?
It keeps going, though. I think she keeps going in a second.
What do I know? I was trauma dumping on 15-year-olds, but a couple of years ago.
This is so
I guess that's
No! I want more song! No!
That's it.
Damn it.
So now I'll look into what you sent me here.
Yeah, I believe the BuzzFeed article is what is going around. And by the way, isn't it interesting that, like, BuzzFeed has gone from the thing that we all made fun of for having, like, listicles.
You guys never noticed girls doing that before?
Bangs being
But it's also a 2000s thing.
Yeah, the girls usually get bangs when they're going through mental problems.
They're called trauma bangs.
Yes.
That is a phrase. I'm not kidding. That's an actual phrase.
Yes. We knew about trauma bangs, but not trauma dumping. Fuck is wrong with us?
BuzzFeed Miranda. Oh, but yeah, by the way, I just love that like BuzzFeed has gone from like the thing that we all made fun of to like, they have some journalists over there at BuzzFeed.
Can I quickly pause just to jerk off to this title?
I love the headline here.
YouTuber Miranda sings losing podcast sponsors ... teen fart stunt backlash. Teen fart stunt backlash. How are we supposed to understand that a teen fart stunt could go wrong? There's a backlash to a teen fart stunt? Isn't that like the golden rule that teen fart stunts are sacred? And can never, what the fuck is this? What is a teen fart stunt backlash?
And what's the front lash? Like, what were you? How does this go right? Oh, this went so wonderfully. It was executed perfectly.
What is a teen fart stunt?
It's, I guess there's like, let me see here.
Yeah, let's read this article.
So this is like her, I guess this is like a teenage girl on the ground. I don't know. And that's her in her getup because she dresses really awkward and puts like makeup all over.
What is this at Comet Pizza?
During her life. She was in Seattle here in January.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, just that, just this one picture makes it kind of look like a shitty sketch comedy show or like a shitty improv show. That's not. I don't know that that's cancelable.
Yeah. YouTube star Colleen Ballinger, best known for her internet character Miranda Sings, is not just catching flack over a resurfaced clip from one of her shows. She's also losing deals. TMZ has learned at least 2 companies who pay for ads on Colleen's podcasts have pulled their sponsorships, and it may just be the tip of the iceberg. Here's the deal. Colleen is under fire for a viral clip from one of her old comedy shows, which features her calling a young fan up to the stage.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah, let's watch it.
All right. Here, I have to get the...
Make sure the volume's up so we can hear that fart.
Yeah, that's...
And add more farts to it.
Yeah.
Make it juicier. Put some reverb on that.
So they're just looping it here.
So the joke is that she had an underage girl spread eagle on the ground.
And then she farted
And the
at
girl
her.
farted?
Yeah.
What are we supposed to be angry at? That she had an underage girl spread eagle on the ground in her fucking dress? Or that the girl farted? Or was meant to look like she farted? That wasn't the girl actually farting, right?
No, they were playing it like over the PA there.
It's clearly supposed to be like some sort of yoga gag because, like, if you scroll back up, you can see in the background there's like there's
yoga.
Like, so it's like it's about yoga farts. Okay.
You should probably never pull a girl up on stage who's wearing a dress for this.
Yeah,
that was kind of weird. In the resurfaced footage, Colleen spreads the young fan's legs as she lies on her back on stage, and then a fart noise blares over the speakers. Well, fuck this. Fuck this. Let's run her over with the train. Fuck this. You can't be making fart noises on stage. That's my gig. She stole I don't care about the grooming.
My gig.
She stole my choice of comedy. Kill her. A woman who says she is the girl in the video is now speaking out. She says she was only a teenager at the time and rips Colleen for embarrassing and traumatizing her. She's also taken heat for asking a young fan to pretend to give birth and for other crude comments at her shows toward minors. Man.
Okay, so, all right. So it sounds like she was doing kind of like a Pee-wee's Playhouse kind of thing.
Yep, exactly. I mean, look
she's
at
like
her.
a dirty kids entertainer.
Yep.
Look, I mean, I know now, like as a 40-year-old now, I would know enough not to do a gag like this. Like 10 or 15 years ago, I might have done a dumbass gag like this and just not realized that I probably shouldn't do that.
So I saw Brooklyn in the chat saying the Huffington Post covers it best. So I found what I think it is. I've known Brooklyn a long time. She's a longtime viewer of the show. So I'll trust her opinion on it. And she probably thinks my music taste is shit now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Ben. Embarrassing.
It is.
We were made aware of this previously and have decided to cease the relationship completely. This is One Skin skincare company saying they're stopping supporting her.
Yeah. The sponsors are kicking her.
Healthcare Marketplace will no longer run ads on her podcast. This thing with the 16-year-old girl, or I think I heard she was 16. It doesn't say in this article how old she was. I thought I heard she was 16. If I'm wrong about that, kill me too. Throw me on the tracks. If this is a public show thing, it's stupid. It's like I'd be embarrassed not being the girl on stage, but being someone who paid to watch this shit.
Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine being. Could you imagine the parents that had to sit through this shit?
Yes.
It was like, at least my parents, when they took me to Sesame Street Live as a kid, got an entertaining show.
Man, imagine if Snuffleupagus would have ripped one.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't.
That is so fucking cool. Just to watch Snuffleupagus rip a big fat fart.
I got groomed by Big Bird.
Big Bird? Was the name correct?
Yes.
Oh no.
His cloaca is hot.
Well, they have to be. That's where the source of life for all birds. Okay. Like what was I say? I bet this isn't the story. I bet this is just a tack on. There has to be something bigger than I don't know, a dumb clip from a live show 5 years ago. I want to get into some of that.
Yeah, we need
stuff,
the meat and potatoes.
So, hold on. Is this so? You guys can let me know in the chat. Is this the Huffington Post article?
Is this the Puffington Post? Blow your house down post? In a 10-minute musical video. That's so fucking funny. Colleen Ballinger denies the allegations. She really put out a 10-minute ukulele video.
A lot of these headlines are talking about are using the phrase 10 minutes long, which is very funny. It's very funny. All right, well, they're saying she groomed fans after HuffPost investigation. Well, let's check out the investigation. 5 days after Huff. Yeah, let's click on that link. Like this 5 days after Huff. Yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah, let's take a look at this.
She's a child star. Blippy, another children's YouTuber. Blippy's going to be at the bookstore up the road from my house this week. Yeah, have you watched Blippy?
No, I don't know who that is
He's
at
famous.
All.
He's a famous YouTuber, children's YouTuber, and he has this crazy past before he got famous as a YouTuber. There's a video of him projectile shitting on his friend. It's so funny. I kind of
trauma dumping.
He was actually trauma dumping.
Yeah.
He was doing the Harlem Shake video meme where they do the Harlem Shake.
The Harlem scat.
Yeah. It's like you do the dance thing and then it cuts to like a crazy scene. He was doing the dance and then during the beat drop it cuts to him projectile shitting on his friend. And now he's one of the biggest children's YouTubers. He's going to be up the road from my house. It's sold out. There's a waiting list to get in. I kind of want to go.
For Scalper to see this.
I kind of want to scalp tickets to go see Blippy. On YouTube, Colleen Ballinger appears at first as a positive role model to kids. She built a colossal platform boasting nearly 20 million followers across multiple YouTube channels by interacting with her young audience directly, largely through an online character named Miranda Sings. Painted in overlined red lipstick, Sings is a childlike adult with a speech impediment who, despite her tone-deaf singing and awkward dance moves, earnestly believes she's destined for stardom. Ballinger, 36, has marketed herself toward children for nearly 15 years by taking part in YouTube challenges, collaborating with other popular YouTubers like JoJo Siwa, and having kids participate in her stage show.
Siwa.
She has essentially created Pee-wee's Playhouse for a generation that grew up online.
There you go. And I could already see it from the little research I've done on her just within the last 10 hours.
But the nature of YouTube and social media allows her to build a deeper interpersonal relationships with her fans in real time. Publicly, we're going to have to get the screen back on so I can scroll.
Oh, yeah.
Publicly, Ballinger wields the power as a famous children's host should. She's an LGBTQ plus ally, professes inclusivity and body positivity, and advocates for the sick.
I advocate for people to get sick.
Yes.
I advocate for as many sick people as possible.
I'm an LGBTQ plus ally and a bug chaser.
Me, yep.
But off camera, her interactions with fans veered into what they describe as inappropriate territory. Early this month, several of Ballinger's longtime fans came forward with allegations that she maintained uncomfortably close relationships with them when they were teens and used her position of power to manipulate a select group of them for years. They released screenshots of their private communications with Ballinger to evidence claims that she groomed them throughout their adolescence, including allegations that she had inappropriate conversations with them about sex.
Someone in the chat said the funniest. Unfortunately, she couldn't just masturbate in a theater and give us a crack PSA.
We got to watch the Pee Wee Herman crack PSA.
It's great. Did he do that because...
it is good.
Was that like part of his parole or something?
I don't know. We got to pull that up after we're done with Colleen.
Okay, I've seen it.
HuffPost reviewed some of the private communications which feature a phone number that appears to belong to the YouTube star. Those former fans now consider themselves victims. The alleged private conversations between Ballinger and her fans put her private life at odds with her public persona. In messages to her young fans, Ballinger appears to body shame, gossip about other fans, and reveal personal information about her romantic relationships. And in interviews with HuffPost, Ballinger's fans and former husband bring new revelations to the person behind Miranda Sings.
Is the guy I showed you earlier, that's her current husband and the other one's her ex? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, kids are stupid. Don't trust anything they say. They literally believe you pull a quarter out of their ass.
Don't trust someone's ex,
But no, an ex is an adult. Let's listen to the let's listen to the ex. The ex knows them intimately and has no... Like, who knows you better than your ex does, right?
Yeah, Amber Heard knew Johnny Depp so well.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. Adam McIntyre discovered Miranda Sings in 2012 when he was 9 years old. He created a Miranda Sings fan account on Twitter in 2013 and dedicated all of his time to it, he said in a YouTube video. I'll be real with you. 9 years old, 10 years old? That's way too young to have your own Twitter account.
All right, that was the first thing I thought, yeah.
3 years later in 2016, now we're coming to the 13-year-old age. McIntyre's dedication paid off. At just 13 years old, he got to interact with his idol directly when she noticed a funny comment he made during one of her YouTube live streams. At one point, Ballinger said she would send a few lucky fans some of her ugly and unused clothes, and that McIntyre was among the chosen. Soon after, McIntyre claims he received a pair of her underwear in the mail, including a bra and panties. In a 2020 video, Ballinger confirmed that she sent McIntyre the bra and underwear and said the move was completely stupid of her.
All right, we're going to need more information because it's like, well, a charitable reading of this, if the character's dumb and the character is like inept, I could see a gag where like you sent a giant pair of like quadruple XL granny panties and you're like, oh, it's a gag.
I think it was more lingerie type of bra and panties.
I mean, if it's that, then that's not funny. And it's like, well, where's the fucking joke here? Like, if you're just sending someone like you're fucking, like a negligee, I'm trying to make sure I don't jump to conclusions. But please keep going. Sorry,
they were ugly and unused clothes, according to her.
I used to sign these and send them to fans.
Those are underwear?
Yeah, do you want me to put it on and model it for you?
Yeah, do it upside down.
I see holes.
Hold it up, Ben. Hold it up. Now turn it upside down. Hold it up in the camera. Turn it upside down. You could have your two balls pulled out through the eye hole and your cock shaft through the mouth hole. That would look fucking cute. Yeah, that would look cute.
Hello?
That would be baller. Shout out to anybody in our chat who's under the age of 18. You're not eligible for the Ben Ball dick mask.
Nope.
Ballinger confirmed that she said...
by the way, also, if I find out that someone is like underage, I immediately kick them from my Discord.
Really?
Because I'm just like, yeah, we don't want kids here.
Yeah, I do that in the DP Discord.
I kick them from my Discord and then give them a link to the private conversation.
Oh my God.
Obviously.
Soon after that live stream, the two began to talk on a more personal level, mostly via Twitter DMs, and by 2017, he said he was good friends with Ballinger, then 29. So at 2017, he would have been 14. McIntyre and Ballinger would bring up sex during their conversations back when he was still 14 or 15 years old.
You shouldn't be bringing up sex like this. Like this is kind of where it starts to kind of fall apart for me because it's like, yeah, look, I talk to fans and listeners like I'm not complaining about my.
You groomed me, Asterios. You groomed me.
Clearly, I did a terrible job. Look at like, yeah, but it's just like, okay. All right, well, please keep going. Sorry, I interrupted. Sorry.
McIntyre wasn't always alone in his interactions with Ballinger. He was also part of a small private group chat on Twitter called Colleen's Weenies, where he and other fans had exclusive and ongoing access to her.
Were they showing their weenies?
I would hope not.
Okay.
In a YouTube video, McIntyre shared one screenshot from a group chat in which he says Ballinger asked McIntyre if he was a virgin and what his favorite position was.
Now that's
Icky.
actually
shortstop.
This is interesting.
Icky.
This is like a 20. So far, we've read through like 20 paragraphs, and we've been talking for an hour and a half, and that is the first accusation.
Yeah,
like the first accusation with substance.
We have an accusation. What his favorite position was.
Ask them if they were a virgin. Ask them what
there's
their
a
favorite
link
position
here to
was.
what his favorite position was. Should we pop that open in a new tab and see if it has like full context?
This is probably gonna be the kid's YouTube video. Yeah, let's watch. Yeah, let's watch this. We might as well.
Give me a second here.
If this is the accuser, let's hear the accusation.
All right, let me. God, that's part 14 out of 15. What I'm seeing here.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So I had heard about this. I believe this person is a trans man that they were trying to convince them that they weren't trans and that they were a girl and that kind of thing. Let me see here.
Miranda was trying to convince this person of their gender identity?
I think.
Okay.
Hold on.
No, if that's alleged, I mean, it's interesting. See, like, and by the way, listeners, this is why we're like just a fucking comedy show. The idea was like, let's all beat up on this like dumb, stupid video that an idiot girl made, and then we could go on and watch the lady that tried to marry Data. Like, this is the problem with nuance. It's not very funny.
You're right. Because, like,
Sorry.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
Asterios, what's your favorite Ernest movie? Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest goes to
jail.
Ernest says the N-word. Ernest becomes a transgrankler.
The one where Ernest goes to jail is funny because they try to fry him in the electric chair.
And they can't.
Only makes him stronger.
Well, all the Ernest movies are the same. At the end of Ernest Goes to Camp, they try to shoot him, and, like, they can't shoot him. And he even, like, gets, like, right in front of their gun, and they can't shoot him because the spirits of the natives are there, like, protecting him. That actually, I remember seeing that in the theater when I was a kid. I'm older than you, Asterios.
I saw both of those movies in the theater.
No, I know. You're close to my age. I think I got like 2 years on you or something.
Well, not in the looks department. You look nice.
They should bring back the Ernest movies.
I've lived hard.
I agree.
I have the Cobra factor where I live too hard like Cobra.
I think Simon Rex should play Ernest.
You look nice. You have nice hair and a nice looking face. I wasn't trying to be sarcastic.
No. I didn't think you
old.
are. I'm clearing it up. I have nice hair when you look at me from the front, but the back of my head, I've got a flesh-colored yarmulke. You know what I'm saying? What Jesus
People aren't
wore.
allowed to look at that.
Okay.
That's not. And also, that's not fair. No one try to look at the top of my head. Please don't do that. Like John Cena over here.
Your story where you talk about the Rogaine, I gave up on that forever ago, dude. The Rogaine is a scam, my friend.
I genuinely
don't let them take your money.
I give Rogaine like $200 a year. I have no idea if it works. All I've ever heard is from other people like you who are just like, yeah, it doesn't work. It's like opium in a can.
Right. So, like, whatever Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, did to make him not bald anymore, that worked. That worked. All right? So you got to be Elon Musk. You got to have Elon Musk money to not be bald anymore. Anyway,
even
let's
then,
watch this.
Stan mentality, but even just at a baseline of how it went. So I wrote in the group chat and was like, and by the way, look at this, Adam, you need questions for your Q&A? Are you a virgin? And then she goes on.
This is Colleen in a group chat
She goes
with
on.
children. They're called the Weenies.
She goes, Adam, do you
This is
need
a group
questions
chat.
for your Q&A? When my friends would be like, you know, what's your opinion on Mariah's new song or something? So she goes, are you a virgin?
If you're in the
to
Colleen
me,
Ballinger fandom, you
whenever
know
I was like
about
15.
this group chat. She's also asking.
And she asked me what my favorite sex position is. Now,
This
if
is
that
for his
doesn't
Q&A,
validate
right?
any of the stories that she would be talking openly about her sex with her ex-husband to me, then I don't know what will. Or speaking about, you know, sex with her, you know, boyfriend at the time whenever she was on her Hawaii trip. I don't know what will. That literally in a group chat of a lot of people, she was asking me questions about my sex life at 15. And by the way,
for a Q&A,
these messages were not even leaked by me.
I would have
Someone
thought she
in
could
that
have
group
done
chat-
better than this Ugo.
well, I don't think the grooming is an accusation that she was.
Oh my God! I heard Ugo, and I'm like, what's Ugo?
I don't think the grooming was an accusation that she was trying to have sex with any of these. It wasn't that she was trying to have sex
Dude,
with any of these kids.
We go so like into the gutter.
It was that what she was saying was inappropriate for her to be saying in a room full of kids. I don't think the intent of these questions was to lead to her actually having sex with these kids.
Fucked up,
right? Like
See, the issue with that, Billy, is that like, well, when you accuse someone of grooming, well, they're grooming someone to be a sexual partner. Like that's what that means.
That's what grooming is supposed to mean, right? Is that what she was doing here? Do you think that's what she was doing here?
No.
Oh no, no. What
I think she was being inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but not grooming.
Billy, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying like, I mean, look again. Clearly, today's the first day I ever heard of this person, but it's like, well, what I've seen so far doesn't look like grooming. It looks terribly, horribly inappropriate. It's like I don't know that. It's like if you know you have a teenage audience, like you shouldn't. You know, like the first thing I'm going to think in a Q&A is like, yeah, what's how many apps you got on your phone, or who's your favorite singer? Not like, are you a virgin and what's your favorite sex position? It's like something can be horrible and not grooming.
This was for a Q&A. Adam was looking for questions for a Q&A. Another question Colleen offered was, who is your least favorite YouTuber? Right. So these are like these are questions she thinks that Adam should be answering in a Q&A. Is this appropriate? I don't think it's appropriate for you to be suggesting these to a 15-year-old. I wouldn't fucking do it.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't think I would do it.
I know it's inappropriate.
If I've done it in the past and I'm forgetting, I'll give a real apology. No ukulele. I don't think I've done that before. I've said some fucked up shit though. Now that I'm thinking about it, how much stuff have I said that could be fucking twisted and turned? Like some of the stuff I said tonight.
Oh my God! Join the DP Discord and go to the archive room for all the shit that Billy the Fridge has said over the last like 5 years. That could be taken as, take it for what you will.
Some of the shit I said tonight during this podcast was highly inappropriate.
Yes,
that was the point.
Because
it's a joke.
There is a difference between you, who you're like clearly aiming your material at adults, and like someone who's like chosen, someone who knows their audience is young and has chosen to put together like a VIP list of their super fans. It's like, well, 2 and 2 make 4. You know, there's going to be some young people in this thing. It's like, I think the three of us, and again, we're all either 40 or over it or about to hit it. It's like, well, we all know, like, if you're in a situation where there's young people around you, you act extra adroit and extra moral and extra straight up. You know, like if this person's just like, it's like, yeah, I get that this person's just riffing, but like these are weird things to riff when you know there's, you know, you got a young audience.
Yeah.
I mean, you see them when you do a live show. You see them. You see they're fucking 12-year-olds.
Else in this chat.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, it was just a
so
short
this
little...
was like but this tweet is 14 of 15.
Yeah.
From Adam McIntyre.
But that's the context of the inappropriate
even that,
talk.
you know.
Okay. So
we'll go back to the article.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go back to the article. Yeah.
In another instance, 2016, McIntyre, then 14, wrote in the Weenies chat, this fucking sucks, that his ass looked good that day. Ballinger allegedly responded, pics, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, that's something. Should be asking for nudes, right?
Well, she didn't say nude, right?
Pics of a nude ass,
Well,
right?
she didn't say nude. It could have just been like an ass. Show your ass in pants,
tight
right?
jeans or
If it looks
something.
good, let's see how good it looks.
Yeah, but you shouldn't want to see how good it looks.
You shouldn't. But there are 15-year-old models in magazines that show off their butt.
Yeah, I think you're. I think. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying this to defend her. I'm saying this to show the culture we have built around this shit.
There's always going to be hypocrisy, though, right?
It's
no
well,
matter what.
Yeah, like
especially when it's considered like professional. There's. I mean, like.
A lot of models that you see on like big platforms are like 15 fucking years old.
Well,
it's fucked up.
When that girl got dropped off at Roman Polanski,
she was 13,
she
right?
was there to model for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Roman Polanski, as much as you like Colleen Ballinger's song, Roman Polanski is a way better creator.
Of course.
Way better.
Obvious.
Of course.
Obviously.
I mean, she hasn't won an Oscar.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, just like as a director, yeah. I mean,
Yes. I mean, it was a terribly directed music video. That camera had no life to it. Just put it up on sticks and let it roll.
I could see the fucking ring light back shadow.
I didn't like that.
So, but the chat wasn't. But the chat wasn't just a place for Ballinger to interact with her fan base, McIntyre claims. She got personal with them. He said that in 2016, she confided in them about her relationship problems with her then partner, Joshua Evans, who was also a prominent YouTuber at the time. The Weenies said she told them that Evans was an emotionally abusive person, a shocking allegation for a group of young fans, and which Evans denied in a recent interview with HuffPost. Everyone in the group chat went silent for a second, McIntyre said. And then we're like, oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like before that, we were having a conversation about homework because we were children.
I do want to point this out. I just saw this in the chat and I forgot to mention it. People are saying that Colleen is the Ghislaine Maxwell to her brother's Epstein.
Who's her brother?
Her brother's the one who was like actually trying to fuck kids.
What?
As far as I understand.
What?
She was bringing them into this. She was meeting them in person at her shows and then like bringing them into this space. Whether she was doing it to help him or it just helped him by whatever she was doing by being interactive with her fans.
Trent Ballinger, look him up. Well, can we look him up? Can we go see his ukulele video right the fuck now?
Does this get into that? Here, this is a very long article. I mean, let's see.
I mean, we might as well jump to Trent Ballinger right now. If this
It's
is
not
happening.
even in this article. I was told this was the comprehensive article.
Well, we should pull open another window, find Trent Ballinger. Type in, is Trent Ballinger a sicko? And then see if Jared Genesis has made a video on him yet. Sounds like his content wheel.
And you know, and obviously, you know, while you guys are looking that up, all right, well, let's summarize some of the allegations. It's you know, it's you built a little army of 14-year-olds, and then you told them that your husband was emotionally abusive, and then the article goes on to say like you use these kids to attack the husband, and it's just like, you know, like seeing the music video where it's just like, well, yeah, this is clearly like a damaged, fucked up person.
Okay. Is this man on the right sitting next to her, Trent Ballinger? Because I have a couple questions. Is he deaf? He has he has what looks like these heavy duty hearing aids.
Is there one in his head too?
Well, that's a cochlear implant. That's what that is. That's how people whose eardrums are mostly dead, they can hear. They put it like in your ear and then they hook it to the back of your head and it something about the vibrations.
You know how they?
So he must be legally deaf. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just like, he looks like he's legally deaf.
You know how they said Michael Jackson had a series of bells up his hallway leading to his bedroom?
I actually don't believe in the Michael Jackson accusations.
Well, he did have the bells in his house. That was confirmed.
I literally don't believe in the Michael Jackson.
But whether or not he did have the bells, so that when people came to his room, he'd hear the bells ring, so he would know people were coming to his room.
Okay.
Maybe this guy has the cochlear implant, so he can hear people coming when he's inappropriate alone with children.
I don't think so. I think he's probably just deaf.
Shamon!
Shamon.
Trent Ballinger, the brother of mega YouTube star Colleen Ballinger, has been accused of sending inappropriate messages to a young fan of his sister's. Trent has been featured on Colleen's channels over the years, most notably in 2018 when Colleen documented his experience getting a cochlear implant for his hearing impairment. Trent also features on Rachel Ballinger's channel, their youngest sister. In a lengthy Twitter thread posted on June 8th, a user named Oliver Ollie shared multiple screenshots of alleged messages sent to them from Trent when they were 13 to 14 years old and Trent was in his 30s. Ollie also included a screen recording to verify the messages. Ollie now uses they, he pronouns, but was using she, her at the time of the messages. Thread of things Trent Ballinger, a man in his 30s, sent to me when I was 13, 14 years old. The messages start with Trent telling Ollie not to share their conversation with anyone and that anything they speak about stays between them. That's always a good way to start a conversation with a 13-year-old.
It's a great icebreaker.
That photo down below. I watched Vosh covered this, so I watched a little bit of his take on it, and that was some like teenage girl. I think he called her like Sweet Pea or something like that, or Peapod. There it is. Peapod. Yeah. What a weird pet name.
Oh God, this is fucked up.
Yes,
right here. I'm told not to speak to people under 18. Trent wrote, "I do so just to spread positivity." Who's telling you not to speak to people under 18, and why aren't you listening to them? Why are you saying, I've been told before this is a bad idea, but I want to spread positivity?
What is Peapod?
That's so fucking good. A peapod, unfortunately, is a thing filled with very young baby peas. That's not a good thing. But I mean, Billy, you raised a very good point. I was told not to. By who?
Yeah, who the fuck is telling you not to? And why are you? By your sister?
Well, I'll tell you who. By your team. Why is your team telling you not to do this?
Look, if my team's telling me not to talk to people under the age of 18, I'm going to have to learn for myself the hard way.
Asterios is really good with the foreshadowing. Like, we didn't hear about the team, like, for a while ago. And then he brought it back up, and now we're full circle back to the beginning.
It's classic comedy callback from a classic comedian, Asterios Kokonos. Throughout the messages, Trent discussed Ollie's sexual orientation, got possessive over the minor, and gave Ollie the nickname Peapod. He guilted Ollie over the prospect of them forgetting about him one day, and on more than one occasion, he appeared very concerned over Ollie labeling themselves as bisexual and gay. Ollie also claims that Trent sometimes sent them their own photos with different edits, writing, to think of those pics being in his camera roll now.
Yeah, they would edit the picture of the teen girl, like, they would, like, edit it and be like, this looks good. It's like, what?
This is, like, just reading this right now, it feels creepy.
It's like Jared.
In one alleged message, Trent told 13-year-old Ollie they kind of look like his last girlfriend, and in other messages tried to coax them into talking about sex. Ollie shared multiple messages in which Trent seemed to get upset when they were going to sleep for the night or wanted to take a break from Twitter. This Trent guy's in his 30s during this, right?
I mean, yeah, this is. I think we all got to agree. Like, these are more serious allegations.
There's no there's no argument for. I mean, like, they're 13.
Yeah,
13 is. Yeah, that's.
You're gonna forget me one day.
Yeah.
Yuck! You please do. Please forget him now. This is gross. I'd be scared every night I'd accidentally forget not to tweet after I told him good night, because if he saw me on Twitter, he'd feel like I had lied to him. It was very stressful.
This is the person who's trans now, who's a trans man.
Yeah, Ollie. Ollie was the 13-year-old girl that Trent Ballinger would ick out when he's, oh, you're not gay. You're not gay. That's icky. No, you're into 30-year-old weird men with cochlear implants.
Yeah. Here's an image macro I made of you where I put my creepy nickname for you over your Facebook photo.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's what that thing was up there.
Yeah.
She didn't put the word peapod on that thing.
No, he did.
I'm going to create a new $7 Patreon level, the peapod level. And if you sign up for $7, I will groom you on Patreon. Billy's already signing up. That's why he's making that face.
No, I'm wondering why.
It's a good deal, folks.
I'm wondering why it's 7 and not 13.
I mean, got to start early, right?
That's true. Well, maybe it's a $7 introductory offer.
I don't know where this is going, but if I don't,
you asked where it was going.
If I don't see a bunch of $7 patrons signing up, I'm going to say I do not agree with this message. Unless I start seeing the patrons roll in, then I'll sell out.
It's kind of funny because it's like we're making these same exact jokes that like Colleen did in her group chat. Here's the difference. We all kind of have these like scumbag personas, and like we're all like adults. Like there's not a bunch of kids in the room right now who we're talking to. Yeah. Like it's like, yo, you know your audience. They're sending you photos. You know they're young.
Yeah. Trent often called Ollie cute and pretty, told them multiple times to visit him and ask Ollie to send him a special video just for him. In one message, he told Ollie that they would look good pregnant, and on Ollie's 14th birthday, Trent wrote, "Hold on, 4
Asterios,
more years,
where'd you go?
And you're 18."
I'm sorry. I just look for the first time ever. I'm closing the lens cap, and it's not your guys'
Asterios,
fault.
what'd you do?
I often sing "Smell Your Dick," but I replaced the N-word with violent threats toward Jewish people. I think that calling Obama and Uncle Tom is an okay thing to do. Because he's an Uncle Tom for the corporations, and guess who I hate the most? You know, Ben. They wear what Jesus wore.
I was saving that for when he turned off the camera. Look at those eyes. Look at those hateful eyes. Oh, my goodness.
They're just drunk eyes, that's all.
I mean, yes, he was blinded by his addiction, Billy. You're right.
It's not
him.
That's not the Asterios I know. I will forgive you, Asterios.
I just want to put this out there that like I've learned and grown and changed in the months since.
Break out the ukulele and
I was just thinking the same. I was like, damn it, I don't have any musical instrument props I could like reach for. But seriously though, it's like we all make mistakes. I'm sure we've all said that about our friends in the Jewish American community.
I just want to point out these eyes though. I mean,
there's no soul behind them. There's only darkness and
Conjunction,
rage.
junction. What's your function? He seemingly admitted to video chatting with Colleen's underage fans in the past and told Ollie that he stopped because his parents said that could get him in trouble. Oh my God. Okay, guys, being an underage child creeper is terrible, but stopping because your parents told you to is pathetic. It's pathetic.
It really doesn't show dedication to the craft.
I mean, stopping.
You're right.
Stopping is good. I'm not saying.
What a fucking pussy.
I'm not saying stopping is bad.
He just quits everything. He can't commit to anything.
Doing it because his parents said, "Oh, that's such a turnoff."
Fucking pussy whip.
Do you want us to stop paying your car insurance, Trent? Stop grooming these
You're
kids
off.
now.
Sir. That's it. You're off the friends and family plan.
He's seeming.
You gotta pay for your own cell phone.
Ollie where the fuck were we at? I stopped because parents. Okay, this is quote. I stopped because parents were like, "That can get you in trouble." And Colleen posted a video I got mad at. He writes, because your parents could take it the wrong way, like I'd do something horrible to you.
Oh, thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you.
See,
thanks for the actual information, Brooklyn.
You know, on someone's 14th birthday, telling them 4 more years and you're 18. That I am. Okay, I was listening to NPR on the ride in here, right?
Were you?
I was listening to NPR, National Public Radio.
Love it.
And they were talking about how the religious people in America kind of their core beliefs they overlap whether they're left or right. And they said the left seems to deviate from the core religious beliefs when it comes to like same-sex marriages, things like that, and the right seems to deviate from the core beliefs when it comes to capital punishment. And I'm thinking, you know, it's nice for you to want to kill people for crimes. That's just cool and all.
I don't agree with it.
Can we start doing that for people that write on 14-year-olds fucking social media 4 more years and you're 18? Can we do capital punishment for that?
That is really weird.
Can we do that?
I don't agree with capital punishment anywhere, and it's my belief that there will be. I'm being genuine. There will be a federal ban on it. Most countries have already banned it.
Will we legalize weed before we ban capital punishment?
No,
absolutely not.
Now, this is why I listen to NPR. I know it's going to be fucked up. I don't listen to it regularly. I always have it on so I can see the titles of what they're talking about. But I'll turn the radio on NPR, and I have this game where when I turn it on, are they talking about gay social issues? And it's like every time I turn it on, they're talking about some sort of gay social issue. It's funny. It's like,
yeah, that's Seattle NPR, dude.
I'm like
dude,
every time.
Dude, like NPR in Ohio was like moderate compared to Seattle NPR.
Probably, but it's also Pride. It's also Pride Month, so it's like it's okay. But there's every time.
I don't know now, but in my hometown there was no Pride Parade when I was like.
Oh, we've loved Pride Parade here in Seattle.
Right, but in Ohio, like up until when I moved, there was no Pride Parade. There might be now because
there probably is. It's probably sponsored by Oreo or something.
Well, yeah. I don't even know, but it did not exist. My first Pride Parade was in Toronto. I went to Pride in Toronto when I was probably like 26, something like that.
That sounds badass. I bet Toronto Pride goes
hard.
Dude,
they do it on the gayborhood in Toronto is called it's on Church Street. So they have the Pride Parade on Church Street.
Yeah.
And I went to a gay bar with a bunch of my friends. Like most of them were girls, and there was like a couple of guys, and we were all the guys were straight. And at this place, if you went into the men's room and you were a guy, you were looking to hook up. So if you just want to pee, you go pee in the ladies' room. There was no ladies in the.
But what if I do want to pee, and I also want to pee
hook up,
in someone's
go pee
mouth?
in the ladies' room, and then go. You know.
Like what if
I think the idea is you start in the ladies' room, but then you carry your stream from the ladies' room to the men's room, and then you aim it at someone's mouth.
I heard the funniest stand-up ever.
Yeah.
Where. And I'm gonna ruin it because I'm not a stand-up comedian, but Scott Thompson from The Kids in the Hall did this story about how he got bored one day and went to a bathhouse, and he used to do it when he was younger, but hadn't done it in a while. But he was like, whatever, I'm gonna check out the bathhouse scene right now. So he goes in, he's like getting naked, doing his thing, looking around for someone to hook up with, and he looks down this little corner, and there's a man covered in rubber with a funnel coming out of his mouth, wearing a sign that says the human urinal. And while he's like slow motion walking up to the human urinal, he's like, am I going to like do this? This is so fucking gross. Am I going to degrade myself to this manner? I'm Scott Thompson, international celebrity, Canadian treasure, whatever, like all the way. He's thinking all this stuff. He walks up to the human urinal, whips it out, and the human urinal goes.
Mental Health Month was rejuvenating.
You're ruining the
Self-care is important
punchline.
Year-round. Stay sweeter than nectar.
Cheers to Men's Mental Health Month.
So he walks up in slow motion to the human urinal, just sitting there. He whips it out, gets ready to piss, and the human urinal goes, no thanks.
That's
Yeah.
that's a lesson in consent.
Yep.
Even the most depraved human beings can still say no, and I think we need to remember that. We also got another dono saying we should look into Melanie Mack and all of her shit takes.
Boo.
See, I saw her respond.
She responded to the ISOM thing too. I saw her in that whole.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I saw her responding to XQC getting a $100 million streaming contract, and then someone was calling out XQC saying this streamer who said the gay slur, the F slur. The F slur is now getting $100 million.
I love that.
And she quote tweeted it and just said the F slur 4 times.
Yeah, she's.
And I'm wondering, was that her attempt at making $400 million?
I didn't know who she was until everyone was like, "This bitch is stupid," and then I went and looked her up, and I'm like, "Yeah, she's stupid."
I liked her at Chrissy Mayr's wedding when she went to run and catch the flowers. She
ran.
I'm getting married. I'm gonna be the next Tradcath bitch.
I was like, that's what we need in this world. Women who are willing to run and catch flowers. That's traditional. You know how many women have got the flowers I was with at weddings? I still didn't marry them. They all ran and got it. And I was like, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to fall to your fucking tradition. I'm not a Tradcath. Just because you got these flowers, you better marry someone else.
It's fun to catch the flowers because then it's like you're making someone else's wedding about you, which is like, it's a great way to get all the attention for a second.
Yeah. Don't guys like catch the garter belt? Is that the
guys catch the garter belt.
I've been to so many fucking stupid weddings, and I've been to so many Polish weddings, which is another animal in of itself.
What sort of animals do the Poles marry?
Other Poles.
Those, I wouldn't call them animals.
Oh. You're making the assertion.
You said it was a different animal itself, so I thought it would be different than a Polish.
I didn't mean who they were marrying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oftentimes.
Who's on first?
Oftentimes.
Who's on first, buddy?
When I hear Polish people and animals, I get to thinking.
About what? What?
He doesn't.
William?
He doesn't.
Yeah, I know he doesn't know. I love it. That's what I love.
I'm like, what if this Polish person married a wolf?
Oh, dude. Have you ever been to a wedding reception with a polka band before?
No, but I want to.
I have a lot. Ridiculous amounts.
Is there a polka king of Toledo?
No, and it died out with my grandmother's generation, like my parents, and then my generation, and after we don't have polka bands at our weddings, but. So are we done with this shit, or?
Well, I want to scroll down a little further and see if his parents told him not to do any more illegal shit. Some have come to Trent's defense, claiming he has a disability and does not possess the mental maturity of a man in his 30s.
Is it physical or mental? Is it just that he's deaf, or is it? I'm not going to do I almost did the deaf accent, but I was like, no, maybe I shouldn't. Because people will be like, oh, he's doing some other kind
When
of...
I think of a 30-year-old in the DMs with my 13-year-old daughter, I hope he has the mental capacity of a 12-year-old, because that makes her the predator at that point, having 1 year mental capacity above a 12-year-old mental capacity.
JF.
Yeah, I obviously... the guy, if he's got the mental capacity of a 12-year-old, then we should probably keep the fucking internet out of his hands.
Yes! Obviously! It's like if you're a parent and you're like, I see my kid is trying to actively groom other kids. So my 30-year-old kid is trying to actively groom teenagers. I'll just tell him not to do it.
Yeah.
That ought to fix this.
Go
to bed on time, eat your peas, and stop grooming.
Get all that stuff off of there. Cut it down.
Yeah.
Cut it down. Get all that stuff off
lumberjack. Actually, that would have helped.
If they had Chris Chan's dad there to lay down the law. Get all that stuff off of there. Cut it down. That's what he said.
Agree.
Yeah.
Because at least Chris, it's like, it's at least
I'm working on it.
At least Chris Chan's dad seemed interested for a little bit in their kid not turning out to be a monster.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Can I just also give Chris Chan his flowers right now?
Her.
Can I give Chris Chan her flowers right now?
It's James now, Billy. It's James now.
Can I just point out that while most sickos go after underage people, this sicko
went after their mom.
Went after his old-ass mom, her old-ass mom. Sorry, I'm dead naming. I'm very out of it. I'm not saying good for her. I'm just saying it's slightly better than
everyone
preying
watching
on
right now
underage kids.
that's new here, that isn't normally here. Please subscribe. We're gonna watch this next thing. Ice Poseidon went to. He's been touring. Ice Poseidon's a very successful IRL streamer. And he's gone to Europe before. He's been all over the U.S., but now he's in Asia, in places where you don't fuck around. And not, like, to the degree you could fuck around anywhere in Seattle. Why are you making this weird face?
I'm trying to remember where remember the guys went to jail like a month or two ago? They were streaming around him?
Yes.
What was that? Because they were in another don't fuck around area.
Yes.
And I can't remember where that was, but this is
It was a
fuck
different
around.
country. I can't remember what it was right now, but yes, it was a different country.
And this is Thailand, right?
Thailand. They have weird kind of laws that we would consider lax.
Yeah.
But they have politeness laws that you don't violate while you're there. So Ice Poseidon wore some weird lingerie and put his butthole on his girlfriend's face at this restaurant. And then 10 minutes later, 10 cops show up.
Oh,
and
wow.
Here it is. Yeah, there it is. This is at some restaurant in Thailand.
Is this Ice Poseidon?
Yeah, that's Ice Poseidon in some weird, I don't know what, it's like weird man lingerie.
Are you sure this isn't the son from Breaking Bad?
Why you gotta be such a bitch? Look at his poor fucking girl. Beautiful. Oh, here we go. And then these are the cops showing up like immediately.
Oh, they got the whole squad. What the hell?
And actually, I would like you
Okay, the cops are dressed nice.
Yep. They're like not normal cops. They're the kind of cops that, the kind of cops that wear a suit.
These are the decency cops.
When the kind of cops...
they're the morality police, like
Yes.
in Saudi Arabia, yeah.
The private dining room is not the club, so if you wouldn't mind, I would kindly need your favor to.
Well, that's fine. We're finished anyways. We'll take we'll take the bill.
They're kind of like being normal, but when the manager of the restaurant comes in, she's freaking out, and her English, it's good enough to understand, but it's like you can tell she's mad, so her English is kind of muddled a little bit because of it.
We'll take the bill and pay. So we're finished. I mean,
Absolutely.
how you doing? Damn, Shroud, bro. What happened? You brought the whole fucking squad with you, bro.
I say Ice Poseidon goes to North Korea next. Like, just go for broke, my friend. Just go to North Korea. Like, illegally cross into North Korea or something like that. That'd be great content, bro.
I thought you were bringing the fucking waiter, bro. You brought the whole squad.
I don't know, man.
Here's the manager, this woman coming in right now.
What is this?
What happened? I'm a general manager here.
Oh, hey, what's up?
So what are you doing now? This is on the policeman 191, and I would like all of you to go to the police station now.
You're all going to the police station now, is basically what she said. I would like, but that's not what she actually means. She means I'm making you go to the police
Her
station.
English is not English is not well enough to say you're going to jail.
Yes.
Something like this is unrespectful for Thai culture.
No, we're not doing anything.
This is disrespect. we saw what he was doing in their restaurant. I mean, like, there's just places you can't fuck around like that.
We don't do it. No, it's not like that.
Is that how Markiplier got pink eye?
All of them have CCTV.
All right, well, you can check it.
We will make the police report now, immediately. Yes. Can you call now? Yes. Okay. We have the photo and everything in the record. Okay, you can filming me. My name is Guy, General Manager of Bayati Bangkok. What are you doing if you not respect Thai culture and Thai women?
No, I'm sorry.
But what? I mean,
you cannot do this in Thailand.
Okay.
This is very serious, and my manager is woman also.
You can do a lot of fucked up shit in Thailand.
Not that.
But you
Not
can't
that.
do this.
No. Yeah.
You can't do this.
It's different. It's a different culture.
I'm in a meeting with the
You go
customer
out to,
at the rooftop, and what are you doing?
Pattaya? Out in Pattaya, Thailand? You can get...
Why are you naming location?
Because that's the one you want to go to if you want to do some messed up shit.
Put it down now, or you want to have a case with me?
No, I'm good.
We can go to police station now. Can you call immediately?
Wow, all it took was this lady to make Ice Poseidon a coward.
We don't want to. We need to wait for 3 hours for main dish.
No problem. I don't care about that.
We had to wait 3 hours for main dish.
That's true.
So we stripped into lingerie and gave a lap dance to a woman. If your service was more prudent, we wouldn't have violated decency laws.
That is totally different story.
You care about customer?
No, because you are not the right customer for this hotel. That is the point.
Here's him in his Discord.
Forced, yes, I had to give passport. We didn't do anything illegal.
He
Tell
had to
Sam
give
to
away
wake
his
ass up.
passport. He is fucked.
This is fucking bullshit. If I go dark for an hour, call Embassy, Anthony. Police escorting the van. Call Embassy. Pick, please. I'm having to write admissions of guilt.
I guarantee you Thai jail is worse than any American jail you could be at anywhere. Like in any state, in any location. You do not want to go there.
This is the first time I think I've ever been happy that like the secret morality police arrested someone. Like this is the most American thing I've ever seen. It's like wherever I am is like America. All of our laws and norms apply.
Yep.
What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I asked for a lawyer, but nothing happened. He thinks it's a joke.
He said he's from North Korea.
He said he's from North Korea in interrogation room like a dumbass. We all signed it. Kind of busy right now. Message is not be loaded. You ain't lying. No, it's not America. You guys are R-worded. I worded the statement in a way that's objective and not incriminating.
Hold on. He's schooling his fans, telling them what to do. Like, this is not America. Yet he did this dumb shit there.
Yes.
What he could have used that knowledge back when he landed himself in jail, right? Like what?
Just to level us out, I just want to make sure. Ice Poseidon is kind of like what's the name of that content spray asshole?
I don't know if he did that as
Baked
much.
Alaska is who you're thinking about.
Isn't Ice Poseidon like kind of a Baked Alaska type? Like they're like a crazy
I'll tell you what.
streamer?
The last time we hung out with Ice Poseidon, Billy got accused of being racist by the entire Seattle. There's like a group on Facebook of guys who bounce at Seattle bars, and they had a beat up Billy the Fridge group of bouncers from Seattle bars because they thought he was racist because we hung out with Ice Poseidon. Right?
At the misinformation station.
Is that true?
They're gonna try and drive the train into Billy's life.
Isn't that what happened though?
Yeah,
I was there.
We were walking.
there.
We were walking with these guys, and they were looking for a place to get their hair cut, and they were getting kicked out of barbershops.
But they were doing it to be racist.
And and a woman walked by, and Ice Poseidon was like, "Hey, do you know where to get like a black barbershop?" And she was like, "You can't say that. That's not
problematic.
Right. That's problematic." And then Sam Pepper said, "How many genders are there? How many genders are there?" And she was
Sam
like, "You
Pepper
guys."
was there, by the
and
way.
Then the woman walked away, got mad, came back, took photos of all of us.
She ran down the block, and then the photos are so dumb.
Took photos of me and Ben front and center, and said, "These guys must be Proud Boys. They're so racist."
So, you know how like Facebook stacks photos? So like the first photo she took and uploaded was of me and Billy, who had nothing to do with it. And then like a little on the bottom were the two guys who actually instigated it.
And I'm getting texts from people all over like, "Say it ain't so, Billy." Like my old friends in the hip hop community. Because I'm like the one who's actually famous here in Seattle.
I didn't give a shit.
These guys are all
like,
internet.
Like it happened. Like
They're all
my
internet
face was on
famous.
there. I didn't care at all.
Yeah, nobody, because nobody knew. I was getting blown the fuck up. One of the big music promoters and restaurateurs in Seattle was digging into me hardcore, which I was glad.
I remember all day he was like we were all hanging out at the IRL RV, like doing crazy shit, and Billy's just like quiet on his phone.
Yeah,
like doing this the whole time.
It was nice to see that the restaurateur that was harping on me for being associated with these
restaurant?
guys. I think he owned the Five.
What? The Five Spot guy?
5 Point?
5 Point.
Yeah,
the guy that everyone says is a rapist.
It was nice to see. It was nice to see later that he was accused of multiple rapes.
So he went in on you?
Yeah, after trying to drag me over being in a photograph.
I liked that restaurant too.
I liked that guy. He was always a nice guy. But he was like, "Billy, how could you do this?" I was like, I was out live streaming with these guys. I like live streams. This is you're da 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 da. And then later on he got accused of multiple accusations of
multiple
raping.
accusations.
So I was like, it's nice to know that the people who want to fucking attack me are hiding shit on their own. Which is why whenever someone attacks anybody, I immediately think they're the worst people in the world.
The attackers are the worst.
Sweet people only get accidentally accused of things. Like me, I've never done anything really bad in my entire life. I'm so cool and calm. I'm chunky.
So Ice Poseidon walked up to a white woman and asked her where the black barbershops were, right?
Yeah. And she was like, "You can't say that. That's problematic."
I mean, like, there's honestly, like, where I come from, there's not a lot of black people in Seattle. Like where I come from, there's way more.
Didn't he end up finding one to cut his hair that night? I thought he found a black barber.
There might be one.
I thought he found a black barber that night to cut his hair.
I mean, like, yeah, sure. Like the city I grew up in, way smaller, but it's like 40% black people.
Yeah.
So like everywhere you go, there's black people.
There was
no matter what.
a huge thing to fucking get me for that. I had this newspaper message me trying to get me to go on record, and I like gave them proof that not only did I not have anything to do with it, but after they said that, I corrected them like, "That's not cool, dude. You're in fucking the neighborhood. There's literally rainbows on the street saying that shit's not gonna fly here." And then they saw that I not only wasn't a part of it, but I was defending the city and not using that language. And then they decided not to print anything about it because it was non-issue. I was like, you couldn't.
No one
could have put something out there saying what a sweet boy I actually was. But
nobody ever sees the retraction anyway. Retractions are useless.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem. The accusation is that's the bullet. Like it's like they can go to the hospital later. You still got shot. I mean
Yep, you're right.
Anyways,
I only know Ice. Like I know the phrase Ice Poseidon in conjunction with like with the baked Alaska kind of circle. Like I don't really know that much about.
I'm not a fan of baked Alaska at all.
Yeah, I remember the night that I was gonna have that fight, that boxing match. This one, I don't know. Someone was like, "Hey, I've got a buddy who wants to live stream this whole fight." And I was like, I don't know who that is, and we're just gonna go to an MMA ring. And then later I found out like that was Ice Poseidon. Like like another flip of
you
would
have gotten a lot of views.
Well, that's the thing. It's like another flip of the coin. Like I would have been part of like the Ice Poseidon universe. And I'm just like,
Billy had a fight coming up, but it got scrapped because his opponent had a mental breakdown. right?
I don't know if it was a mental breakdown after
They
some
fired him, basically.
After some promotion, it was decided that maybe he wasn't mentally fit to fight.
So are you still gonna pursue that, or
it'll probably be a later date. We haven't
Maybe-
set anything
I
up
think
yet.
you and Review Tech could be. I think
Rich,
you guys
Review Tech.
I think
Rich?
you and him are like the same size.
I want to see him fight the quartering. That's what they
dude.
were-
He's gonna destroy the court. Like
You
Jeremy's.
think?
Yeah, Jeremy's not a big guy, man. Dude, he got his ass. Did you see? And I'm against how he
Dragon
got
Con or whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't they sucker punch him though? Gen Con.
It was a sucker punch, but it's because Jeremy's not like a big dude. Like Jeremy's not like a. Rich is actually like a big guy.
I'm hoping.
And I knew this about Wings too. When I heard it was Wings versus Boogie, I was like, Boogie's like maybe a little taller. I don't know, maybe even shorter.
I'm
than me.
hoping that Wings gets his health issues fixed, and we can have me
that
versus
you
Wings.
and him are like the same height.
I think I'm taller than him.
Of course, you think you're taller than him. Of course,
That's
you think
awesome.
you're taller.
That's
than
a
him.
really good. That's really good.
Oh,
isn't Wings the person with a whole? Oh no, that's only use me Blade. No, never mind. So.
Blade's a tall guy.
I was just thinking. I don't know why I was just thinking in my
Me
head.
and
I was
Blade
like,
have
doesn't that person
randomly
have, like cancer.
Me and Blade have randomly ran into each other multiple times. Like there was the one. I got free passes because I'm like, oh, I got a channel on YouTube with 100,000 subscribers. Give me free passes to Emerald City Comic Con. So I got these free passes and I went to Emerald City Comic Con like every day and recorded shit. And I was coming out of the pisser, and this guy's like, "Hey, dude," and I turn around and it's Blade like walking behind me. So me and him like filmed around there. And then there was another time I was just randomly downtown and they were like, Blade's down there. I'm like, yeah, you're lying. And then like, and then me and him literally like cross paths at the same time.
Did you? The only thing I know about this person is that they have a bunch of holes in their legs from all their drinking.
He used
so that's
well.
why I was like, is this person gonna box? Are they gonna die?
I mean, like his viewers want him to die. It's kind of gross.
Oh,
well, I think they've been waiting for it, and
they kind of.
Billy is so tall.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank
he's
you.
the tallest man in the world.
Thank you. You know, I did meet somebody taller than me once, and I'm not
met
saying
a bunch of them.
I'm not saying I killed and buried them in my backyard, but I am saying they're not taller than me anymore.
I have constantly seen you in the presence of taller people.
Sounds like hogwash.
Just a reminder, everyone, after the show is over, we're going to review the rest of ISOM. Asterios, you can join us if you want to. It won't take long.
Unfortunately, I have work a little bit early in the morning. But I'm having a lot of fun talking to you guys now.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's nice to have you tonight, Asterios. You know, I thought I was going to come in tonight and have to defend my height with Ben alone. But to have you and Lou Thomas here to back up the fact that I am a very tall boy, I appreciate that. You know,
New at 6, people all over the world are enamored by a Riverdale man.
He just returned from Turkey where he had surgery.
Turkey?
He went to Turkey.
Oh, sorry, keep going. I'm
from
just excited.
5'5" to 6 feet tall.
Wow. Fox Eyes Alex Whitler joins us now.
My man.
And all he had to do was be crippled.
With this thing.
All he had to do was be crippled.
Well, Asterios,
it's worth it.
Asterios, you're pretty impressed by the addition of 7 inches, right?
Try it out.
But we have to figure out if it's worth it. Let's see if this woman here can give us any more insight on whether it's worth it.
Live from his Riverdale gym where he's working on his flexibility and his strength. Alex?
Yeah, good evening to both of you. Some people view their height as either a blessing or a curse. Well, Denzel Sigger says he always knew he was a little bit smaller, but he found himself saying those 2 words Skilo made a music hit.
Is that it? No, I paused it.
Oh.
Is Is she evoking the Skilo song?
She's very telegenic, I'll say.
Is she referencing Skilo? How old are we all?
I don't know the song.
You don't know the song?
I don't know what the I don't know the reference. I don't know. I'm very excited to hear this reference.
Let's see if she cringe raps it.
I wish.
Oh!
I wish I was a little bit
That's
taller.
pretty
I wish I was a
funny.
baller.
He wished he was a little bit taller, but not to be a baller.
I don't do sports.
Not even to make all the pretty women holler, but he needed someone to make magic, like pulling a rabbit out of hat. I had to go from about this height to that. But no, seriously, in these heels, I'm about 5'5", and that's how tall Denzel Sigger was about 6 months ago. Now
he's crippled. Dude, he's crippled.
He's not used to being this tall, so he's got to stand like a fucking dog stands on its hind legs.
He's also crippled,
This
dude.
is how a dog stands on its hind legs, knowing it should be on all fours. It's not supposed to stand this way.
Myself mentally, physically, and spiritually, and for me, that included height.
it all started in December.
Oh God, dude, this is don't do this.
In Turkey, when Siggers underwent his first of what will be 6 surgeries.
Surgically cut the bone, they put a rod in it, and they connect a device outside the leg that connects to the rod inside the leg, and you turn a key on it every day for 90 days.
He did that twice, once on his lower leg, again on his upper, and it cost about $80K overseas versus...
No, it's not worth it.
He saved money by going to Turkey.
$150,000 he would have spent in the States.
It's called Live Life Taller. They have a rehabilitation center. They help you get back on your feet, and you're there the entire time you go through the surgery. Whereas when I was going to do it in America, they pretty much do all the facilities I found. They do the surgery and send you home.
Originally from Chicago,
I love his fashionable cane.
he's in the Atlanta area to visit his daughter.
He clearly doesn't need that. He's just a man of
And
style.
heal with his mom by his side. Sigger spends much of his time gaining muscle back in the gym.
And this is another 4 sets of 20. A lot of people approach me in the gym just to tell me,
Does he have a job? Or is his job being able to walk again?
Well,
after his leg lengthening
He used to have a
surgery?
job. He used to have a job. And then he grew 7 inches. And now the world pays him. Once you're 6 feet tall, you don't have to work
like,
anymore.
they're proud of me. They don't know what's going on. They just say, hey, man, I'm proud of you. Like, keep going. Don't stop pushing. Little do they know I did it to myself.
But he's faced plenty of criticism.
People are going around at the gym.
He's a victim.
They're like, hey, man, keep it up. Whatever you're doing here, you're going to get through this. And he's like, nah, I'm already through it. I used to be 5'5". My dude. Yeah, I'm crippled. Yeah, I look like the fucking recast Breaking Bad. I'm the son from Breaking Bad now. But I'm 6 foot tall. Worth it.
Some people say love what God gave you. I think God blessed us with the ability to change things that we're not so happy about.
He says he's always had the personality. Now he has the...
He made it like a social media project too.
He got his walker and everything. My guy
And
is
how
going
old is he?
in.
Like in his 20s?
How fucking terrible was her cringe rap? Oh, when I seen that, I was like, I want to die.
I think she's a pretty great reporter, honestly.
I think she's a horrible cringe rapper.
She's a great
Her
reporter.
No, she's an incredible cringe rapper. Because she produced a lot of cringe.
It was so bad.
I can't believe you guys don't think this is worth it. We have never been on more opposite sides of it.
I'm 6'2", and I would go get the surgery to gain 7 inches. If I could walk away 6'9", that would be so fucking cool.
Of course it would.
I'm already basically crippled anyways. Just throw me another 7 inches. Let's fucking rock this bitch out with a walker. Who cares?
Like, the word manlet is one of the most hurtful words you could call a man.
Yeah.
It's like manlet, fuckboy. I'm trying to think of it's like we have so many great words to hurt women, but we have so few to hurt men. But
Blue cheese.
What?
That's for women. That's a racial slur against white women.
Blue cheese.
That's hilarious.
It's fucked up.
Now, like, the white has, like, the blue veins in it.
Yes!
Fucked up.
Yeah.
That's a very funny.
I never thought there was
That
a
was
racial
Kazi
slur.
Kozo,
I know.
convicted rapist and Russian agent.
I never thought there was a racial slur against white people that was offensive until I heard blue cheese, and I was like, "That's fucked.
good.
That's fucked."
It's very cutting. That's the thing. It's like whenever people are like, "Oh, you could call me cracker, but I can't say this." It's like cracker's funny.
Yeah,
like
it's cute.
You weren't really hurt by the word.
Yeah,
honky.
You just want to be a victim.
Honky's very
Honky's
cute.
hilarious. Makes you think of a clown honking their nose.
Mayo monkeys. Mayo monkeys is good. Ghost honky. I like ghost honky, but blue cheese is fucked.
You know, I have a promo from our King of Games champion, Big Diesel, who's here because tomorrow's Actual Mania. It's all #1 contender matches tomorrow. And we've got...
all winners. Wow.
Yep. Whoever wins.
Whoever wins goes on to get championship matches.
Yeah. Shit.
Nice.
Where is it? Shit. I had it, but I lost it.
I wish I was a little bit taller. He wishes he was a baller. But not because he's a baller.
Skilo?
I fucking hated her doing that so much. So much. That bothered me a lot.
That was...
Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Big...
Yeah, this is our King of Games champion.
Yeah.
Where you get to pick the stipulation in every match when you're defending it. Yeah. And he's a Mega Chad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
Diesel. Actual Mania is right around the corner. And I will be participating in a tag team match with my best buddy, Ash the Artist. And we're going against the Necromancer and Lowbrow Jester, my other buddy. So it's kind of fucked up to me to, talk a little bit of shit. But we're ready for this match. I don't know about you. I had to clear up something really quick with these.
Is it the echo in your room?
You had basically a golden version of a little box.
He's a weeb.
Clearly.
He used to be like a super fat guy that was just like a weeb. Yeah.
Like this.
And then he got all ripped.
That's the problem when you're a fat and you get into cool things like Yu-Gi-Oh and anime.
And then you're like,
and then you get hot and you could do things like have sex with women, but you still love anime and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Niggas trying to act like you had the real box. And I don't even know if this was Lowbrow Jester or whatever the fuck the other dude's name is, but I'm talking to either one of you motherfuckers. This.
Oh shit.
This right here.
Oh.
Is the real Pharaoh's box.
He's got the real Pharaoh's box.
Yu-Gi-Oh box.
It's the real Yu-Gi-Oh box.
You want to know why? Let me give you a nice little lesson while my dog scratches itself in the background. Let me give you a quick kanji lesson in Japanese spelling. The term Yu-Gi-Oh comes from, the Japanese phrase Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Yu-Gi, meaning game of, or of games.
Ooh.
And O, as in Yu-Gi-Oh. O is Japanese for king. So when you put them all together, it creates the King of Games.
He's the King of Games champion.
And, as the King of Games.
He's got the belt.
Champion I am.
He's got the literal... See, this is the one belt in Actual Mania where not only the champ gets to decide a special stipulation for every match, but when the title changes hands, they got to put that shit in a box and ship it to the actual new champion
and Egghead,
every time.
When Egghead lost it, he chose to overnight it, and it cost him $70.
Yes. Egghead, if that's not cringy, I don't know what it is.
Egghead's like, I lost fair and square. Here's $72. You'll have the title tomorrow.
To be fair, Egghead had to express it because the mere sight of it made him feel so much shame. Like he had to express overnight, get it out of his sight.
He could have got it out of his sight for the cheap shipping. Because it would have.
He wants it out of his state. He wants it out of his zip code.
This game.
And that's Texas, so that's a huge state. Like, it's got to go really far to just even get out of there.
So I have one thing to tell you two. Are you ready for a children's card game that will send your soul to eternal damnation in the shadow realm? Well, I hope you are, because, that's where you'll be heading after this. Get ready, because me and Ash are not going to hold back whatsoever. And if you think that you have a slight chance in hell, then you've activated my trap card.
Randy Jackson?
That's a no from me, dog. When a person says some shit, you ain't play into that hand.
My trap card. The fuck you thought, nigga. And playing this card allows me to realize that you fucked up.
I wanna say that Big Diesel will bully white people into saying the N-word all the time. He'll be like, say it. Say it. I've been in like these voice chats where he's like, say it, dude. Just say it.
He did it to me one night.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard him do it to a bunch of
And
people.
I was like, you don't tell me what to say, you fucking bitch.
Okay, first off, that's one of the funniest things you could do. I love that he's trying to peer pressure people into being racist. I was just gonna bring up.
He says, yes, do it now.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Asterios, he wants you to do it now.
No, well, yeah.
That's him in the chat, buff weeb.
Blood, whatever he wants, of course.
Okay.
But like, this guy used to be huge, and now he's ripped. He must have waited until he got ripped to get that awesome Dragon Ball tattoo on his chest.
Maybe not.
Because, wouldn't it all be stretched out and weird otherwise?
No, it's not true.
He probably did get it after he was fit, though.
It doesn't. Like, my tattoos have, like, stayed. I've had, like, different sizes. Like, I've gotten, like, really thin and everything. They don't really stretch. They kind of stay. Unless your skin is, like, sagging or something, then yeah. But
I'm looking at your tattoos for inconsistencies.
They've never moved. Like, they've all stayed.
Nice.
And I've had like bigger arms, and I've been like thinner and everything.
I'm judging right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting a definitive yes or no. They look good though.
Of course you don't.
They look good.
They don't migrate.
They look good.
Yeah.
But I'm not just looking at you for what they are. I'm thinking in my head, if you had my bingo wings, what would happen?
Oh, that's the difference. Yeah.
Because we got to talk about King of Games champion, the Yu-Gi-Oh champion, was over 300 pounds.
He was.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball tattoo was only like 2 years old.
Okay.
Something that you shouldn't have, or had a thought that you shouldn't have. And this card allows me to tell you to go completely fuck the fuck off for at least 3 turns.
3 turns?
Well, I'll be seeing you at the
If I had a tattoo like on my belly, it would probably not look the same.
Yeah, I guess that's true, because that's a zone that changes.
Yes.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, if I when I was 25 got a tattoo like in my belly region, it would look very different right now. For sure.
Yeah, no, because I've heard about that thing where like pregnant women get tattoos, and then like they transform, and then the tattoo gets crazier as they get. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. I like this guy's hat.
I was a pregnant
That's
woman.
what I want to pivot to this guy's cool hat. I like this guy's hat.
Oh, this is the team. This is Dr. Whatever his name. He's not Dr. Piss anymore.
Ash. Are they fusing?
Yes.
See you next
they're
game.
doing some sort of fusion thing.
It's going to be amazing. Tomorrow, Actual Mania. Don't miss it. Sign up Patreon, $5 or more.
He wishes he was a little bit taller. He wishes he was
She
a
did
baller.
a great job.
No.
I'm a fan.
No.
That would have been funnier, Billy. You're right. If she was like, he wished he was a little bit taller, wished to be a baller, and he got his wish.
And
like,
now
you're right.
he's
That should have been
taller.
newsier.
that would have been funny.
That would have been funnier.
Instead, I cringed really hard.
Dude,
it's worth it. $80,000 is worth it. It's absolutely worth it because tall people make more money over the course of their career.
Not if they're
you got to think of
crippled.
that as an investment. Wait, what was that?
Not if they're crippled.
Don't cripples make
those
more
are some
money?
of the shortest. Those are some of the shortest people. That's
Yeah.
right.
Dude, there was this cringe rapper that we used to watch. His name was Fantasy A.
I heard about this on NPR
Be
today.
my Seattle sweetheart.
They had an advertisement for this movie on
That is
NPR today.
insane, dude.
Yeah.
We watched him like 6 years ago.
The arts and culture guy was like, and for those of you that want to go watch a movie, I have a recommendation.
Oh my God.
Fantasy A needs a mattress. So we have a little trailer.
Hold on. Should I show the original song just for context? Hold on. I'm going to do it. That we watched this like 6 years ago.
I want to see.
On the cringe rap segment. And he's from Seattle.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Did this trigger anything when it played last time?
Even if it does, I'll cut it out, and then the people who want to hear it can just follow the audio version.
I have a brave heart to control my weakness. All the ladies want from me to show them sweetness. It's hard to find relationships in Seattle in person. Women are not ready for relationships to put words in.
So that's what that's a microcosm of like the giant picture.
And now he's got a movie in theaters this week.
Yeah. That's
and here's the trailer for Fantasy A Needs a Mattress in theaters this week. I want to go, but I heard they're sold out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fantasy A.
That's it, y'all. I'm done being nice and letting my whole city push me around. From now on, the A in my name stands for Fancy App.
Nothing to hold us back. We're coming closer, straight to the top.
Oh my God, I need to see this.
We're like a bulldozer, straight to the top. Closer and closer. Now you see our capability.
Fantasy A gets a mattress.
Now, according to the NPR thing that I watched today, the movie is about Fantasy A getting kicked out of his group home, battling with people, tearing him apart for his autism, and him just trying to find simple things as a mattress that he can sleep on.
This looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
Go back.
Oh no!
Go back. We gotta watch this.
Staples in that pole, Fantasy A.
Yeah.
He does talk about in his raps how he's autistic and he like doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Dr. Clean Productions.
You know any names in here?
Ready Ron, that's the homie.
Okay.
Fantasy A. I really want to go see this. Ready Ron used to be friends with DMX.
Oh.
And DMX, in an interview before he passed, blamed Ready Ron for DMX being addicted to crack.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's not, you can't blame another man.
Is that how he died? Did DMX have a heart attack and die?
I don't know exactly.
Because
But
like crack will give you a heart attack.
Ready
later
Ron
on.
is one of the kindest, like nicest fucking guys I've ever met. And yeah, he used to do crack with DMX.
So how'd he hook up with Fantasy A? Is what
I mean,
I'm
he's
wondering.
he's a Seattle fucking legend. Ready Ron's out here in the streets. So is Fantasy A. These guys are in the streets doing
Next
positive
thing you know,
things.
Fantasy A is going to open up for Macklemore soon.
Hey, this looks really fucking fun. I
be right
want to
back.
fucking watch this movie so bad.
I've been offered some of the hardest drugs there are. It's on you to say no thanks. I'm cool. It's real easy. All you got to do is say, I'm cool, but thanks. That's really nice of you to offer, but I'm cool. Because you don't want to come off as judging their use of injectables, like, or snortables, or like you don't want to, because you don't want someone to feel bad. They're already addicted to crack. Like, don't make their lives worse.
Yeah, it's
But it's
it's they had a history. Reddy Ron went on to do great things with his life. I felt bad when DMX died. There was a lot of people sending him hate. They were like, "You killed DMX." Like, no, he fucking didn't. No, he didn't.
You gotta do the. No, unless you're literally forcing the spoon up their nose, or I don't know how crack is done. But it's look. Come on, you can't play. They're just mad. DMX died, and they have every right to be. And they're taking it out on Reddy Ron, who's still here to take the punches. But I feel bad for Reddy Ron.
Reddy Ron's a good dude. I love that guy. Love that guy. Seeing him in here, I bet you he's fucking killing it. Fantasy A whole movie. I'm actually going to see what the running time is on this thing. Because
I'm good. Wait, let me guess before you look it up. 81. Nope. 77 minutes.
I'm wondering if I can find the running time even.
That's a good point. It's not like we can go to like Box Office Mojo to look this up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Seattle indie movie. It just looks
okay.
beautiful.
How long did you say it was?
I'm going to say 77 minutes.
Can I hold up as many fingers as you are off?
Yes, please do. Yeah, I knew it.
79 minutes.
And you know, and 5 of those minutes are closing credits.
Yeah.
That is also going to double as a music video. That's going to be like the single for the. It's like it's not a tight 77 or 79 minutes. It's not a tight 79.
It says here. The write-up of the film. Fantasy A, autistic Seattle rapper, suffers trials and tribulations from total creeps as he attempts to become a superstar. Along the way, he also finds a mattress to sleep on after being kicked out of his group home.
You gotta give it to. It's like it's really smart to make this person a protagonist of a movie because it's like, look, I don't want to watch their cringe raps. I don't.
Yeah.
But I am immediately on their side.
Yeah.
Like a 350-pound cringe rapper, like I do feel for them and I do want them to succeed. Just like I wanted Marty McFly to succeed. It's like that's a good protagonist.
He is like a Marty McFly kind of guy.
Who? Fantasy
A? Yeah.
He's an underdog type. Like you're gonna tell me this person hasn't been called a chick. It's like Marty McFly got called a chicken a lot. I'm going to guess Fantasy A got
No one
called
calls
worse.
me a chicken.
Yeah, no.
I remember in the 80s, chicken was an actual insult. I remember when I was a kid, you're a chicken.
Word. Chicken.
Like, what? That died, like, after the 80s ended, right? Was that, like, the end of chicken?
I think we got way more creative with our insults.
Pussy,
actually,
right?
You know what happened?
Chicken.
90s.
You fucking chicken.
90s.
They used it in a cheap. In what is it? The Room. Cheap.
90s had a crazy wave of homophobia that killed off insults like chicken, because everything just became you're gay slurs.
Oh,
it was gay slurs
or pussy.
Yeah, but it was like heavily gay slurs in the 90s. There was this huge wave of homophobia in the 90s. It really propagated, and it let the lower insults like chicken, unfortunately, get tossed to the side.
Killed chicken.
It really did. If there's two things that homophobia ruined, one of them was the use of the word chicken as an insult.
I see.
As true as it is sad. That's right. That's absolutely right. No, because it was like getting called a chicken. If I was a kid and someone was like, "Are you going to jump off this building, or are you chicken?" Like I would be in midair before they finished the N in the word chicken.
Oh hell
It's
no!
Like, it was the worst thing you could be. Would be a chicken. Absolutely, that was fighting words.
Yeah, no. If you call me a chicken, it's over. 2 p.m. Sunday, July 9th. There are tickets available for the Fantasy A movie at the Beacon.
Where is that?
The Beacon
Hill?
Theater. The Beacon, yeah, the Beacon Theater.
So the Beacon Theater's on Beacon Hill.
There's Sunday, July 9th at 2, Sunday, July 9th at 8, Tuesday, July 11th at 7:30. We'll obviously be here on a Tuesday.
You know what I want to do? I want to do in July a DP bar crawl where
That's a
like
cool idea.
all of our Seattle people, you want to crawl the bars with me next month. I think I'm gonna pick a date and do it. And anyone watching right now, you can say in the comments or in the chat if you want to tag along. We can all do it like bar crawl, like true amazing people. And I already know.
That's a really cool idea.
I already know what I want to do too. I'm an
Drink?
expert at well.
But where?
Yes, that's it.
Ah.
Thank you for assisting me with him today, Asterios.
It's fun. It's Billy's.
I
very
want him
funny.
around more.
Billy's very funny, and Ben keeps things on track very well. It's like that's why this show is very successful.
There's
It's
a
been around for
reason
long
why we've
time.
had 1,209 episodes. Ben's been gone for a couple of those, but
I've
there's a
never
reason
been
I've been
gone for one of
There's a
them.
reason I've been here for 1,209 episodes.
You weren't here.
This is a good show.
Well, the last thing I guess I want to talk about is
Go ahead.
I just want to remind us all that look, Miranda sings or whatever her name is, like I don't know if she did whatever, she didn't do whatever, but I do know this. She looks a lot like AJ Lee. And I'm amazed none of us have brought that up.
Somebody in chat brought it up.
Oh, there
Someone
you go.
in chat said they did a portmanteau of AJ Lee and R. Kelly. Am I using the word portmanteau right?
Yes, I
Okay.
mean no, but yes, it's a. I guess we could say like a fusion. A portmanteau would be AJ Kelly.
It was like AJ R. Kelly. It was AJ R. Kelly.
Lee
Is what they typed out.
That's a portmanteau.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Can Seattle survive a DP pub crawl?
Good question.
Not all of you will. Some of you won't. No, I'm being honest. Some of you won't make it. I already know where I'm going to start it, and I already know like the first 10 locations, and then after that I'm improvising, and yeah, I there's going to be people that aren't going to make it. I'm making it till the end. Can you make it is the question. That's how it goes.
The great thing about like a fan bar crawl is someone will go to the hospital. Like someone
It'll be
will
me,
get to
because I'm the only one doing the whole thing.
But no, I think you can hold your shit together. Like, there's gonna be like a 23-year-old who's like, I'm so excited to be here and drink with my heroes, the Drunken Peasants, and they're gonna have 14 shots at the first bar.
So
And they're gonna end up in the
Jocular Jellyfish says, after the Seattle meetup, I got lost in Seattle all night. We did a DP Seattle meetup in 2017. So you just like got lost and just like walked around in circles downtown all night? Is that how that worked? There's definitely a lot to walk through. It goes on for a little while. Like
Starting Chris with super chat. 2.
Oh, hey!
2.
What is this?
Is you get my dick pic finally? Did it finally load?
Yes. And I'm saying, what is this?
Big file.
Did you get the link to Empire of Dirt, the King Cobra documentary?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we should watch that. My Empire.
I heard it
Dirt.
had like, it looked like it got blocked for having copyrighted music in it. So I was
We'll only play the first 10 or 15 seconds because
I think this is what gets it blocked.
Oh, well then fuck it. Okay, don't worry about it.
Can we go further into that?
There we go. Him and Darth Lenny right
Oh
here.
fuck yeah!
It's still playing.
Everyone I know.
At some point soon, it just becomes the real song. But the first half of the trailer is this karaoke
A
thing.
million miles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd say just play it on mute because what's interesting to me is the camera
the
quality.
Stains of
Look at this. It's a professional videographer shot.
This is the third one, Asterios. You're behind on this.
Yeah, he's had 3
I am!
professional. You are someone else. I am still right here.
I've never seen him properly color balanced. Like, look, you can. Like, this is what I'm used to seeing.
That's young Josh right there. That's Joshy.
I know, but it's just like he always looks like Vaseline covered shit.
My
it's so weird
sweetest
to see him
friend.
looking normal.
Everyone I know goes away in the end.
Especially my haters.
And you
My
could
trolls.
have it all.
My empire. Oh God, dude. He's
My
My
Boggerito
collection
dirt.
of wands.
I will let you down. I will make you hurt. Where's Puff? Why is Puff not in the doc? If
I don't think
could
Puff existed at
start
this
again, a million miles away, I would keep myself riding bike when weather permit. I would find a way.
This is so much of my life now is this because of my fiance. She's like, listen to this weird call between Josh and his dad where Josh was too drunk to go to an Olive Garden and his dad is disappointed in him. And I'm just like, what happened?
Can we go back to that YouTube page really quick?
Nope. It's closed.
Motherfuck.
What did you see?
I'm pretty sure I saw a thumbnail of Rich Review Tech USA
With a big cucumber-looking dildo.
with a rainbow cucumber dildo matching his rainbow
I saw
jacket.
that.
And that looked fucking fwumpin'. That was fwumpin'.
I do have to say, I like the, because I'm old, that song Hurt by Nine Inch Nails. I like the MTV live version of Hurt by Nine Inch Nails where he like comes out and there's like a projector screen over him and they show like the like rats recomposing, like a dead rat like recomposes. Or does it decompose fast? I don't remember. It like I get high.
You mean in the Johnny Cash version or
no,
the original version?
No. There's a version like the main version of Hurt by Nine Inch Nails is a live version of it. And they're all on stage, but they have a projector like projecting over them, and there's like a snake kind of like hovering, and there's like animals decomposing all super fast. It's a fox. Yeah, you're right. It is like it's like a fox decomposing. It's crazy.
Decomposing or recomposing?
I can't remember if it was like reverse or I don't.
Was it Avengers Infinity War ending or Avengers Endgame
I don't
ending?
know.
That's the question.
I mean, it could be both. I mean, what Ben is suggesting is that perhaps it was like a boomerang where it decomposed and recomposed it. It's like, we don't know.
I don't remember.
What if instead of your penis going in a vagina during sex?
People are saying reverse. All right, so it was like they came back together. It would show like all the bugs.
That's a good gimmick. That's a good gimmick because you're like, what's this going to be? What's it going to be? It's a fox.
So Brooklyn's asking about Alice in Chains. They're my favorite grunge band out of all the major grunge bands. And by the way, I saw it. I might embarrass her a little bit, but I saw a video like Alice in Chains has a singer now that replaced Lane Staley, and I saw videos of her and the singer from Alice in Chains singing together, which is kind of cool. But my favorite song,
I like the one that goes, wah!
No, that's Disturbed. I like Wood. WOULD, Wood.
I don't know much about it. I don't know much about Alice in Chains.
How does that one Rooster song go?
Yeah, they come to snuff the rooster.
I just wanted to rock out to you singing it.
Oh.
That's my favorite one.
This is true.
That would be the one I would be buried to.
So she's saying this guy is an... So, like, I also saw Brooklyn. She took pictures with Marilyn Manson, who also had, like, accusations against him and shit.
Maybe he shouldn't have had a fucking weenies chat.
Did he have a... Did he have the spooky kids Manson.
I'll tell you
weenies
this:
chat.
as disgusting as Marilyn Manson was, I would think slightly better of him if he had a ukulele apology.
That's true. That's the very
Dude, was that what was missing?
Why did he not have a ukulele apology?
Wanna be like I can envision it.
The only thing worse than it,
Marilyn Manson and his spooky weenies group chat.
Yep.
The only thing worse than a ukulele apology is a ukulele non-apology, which is what that was. It's like, yo, you sung for 10 minutes, and it's like, you just at least say you're sorry.
But let's be perfectly fucking honest here. She was manipulating those kids for years in the weenies chat. She knows exactly what's going to rile them up and piss them off, and she did it.
It's the ultimate troll. It's lay epic troll.
She's like, excuse me while I serve grade A cunt.
Yes, I mean yeah, exactly. It's like, oh look, it's like a 17-year-old who's clearly in pain and like talking about and like recounting their experiences. I could let them have the floor and like give them time to speak and be heard, or I could make this about me with a ukulele. It's uke time.
It's uke. Conjunction junction. What's your function?
So yeah, and I agree. No one compares to Lane Staley. Lane Staley is my favorite of the grunge singers from like the grunge era. But I tried to make the case to Hannibal and Monty that Lane Staley was better than Chris Cornell, and I didn't do it well because like they were like, no, we like.
We have Brooklyn outing Marilyn Manson right now for being a creeper. Brooklyn says Manson did grab my leg on the tour bus in front of Lindsay, his girlfriend at the time. And here's the creepy part: he also listened to Justin Timberlake in the dressing room.
That's yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Asterios, what's the worst thing you've ever been caught masturbating to?
Oh no. He went right back to it.
Oh, what was it? There's a Conan O'Brien skit.
You were masturbating to a Conan O'Brien skit?
Yeah, it was. I think I could find it, but it was like a Conan O'Brien skit with a porn star in it. And I remember as a kid being like, because I would tape Conan every night.
Yeah.
And then and so like I had this one tape, and it was like this like really hot porn star in like a really hot outfit. You know, the hilarious comedy of the 90s.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this tape. I think I'm gonna use a fresh tape for tonight's Conan. And I think this tape's staying. I think this tape's staying as is. See if I can find. I'm gonna look for this now.
Yes. I remember walking in on my dad one night when he was smoking crack at the computer, and he had loaded up a porn page, because at the time videos were not really streaming. This was a 56K world. So he was sliding down a porn page, and it was like this like girl undressing picture by picture. And I walk in as he's scrolling down, and I see him scroll down the porn page, and all of a sudden it's a hot woman with a big dick. And I call him out. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? Because his back was to me. He probably didn't know I was there. And
nice.
I knew he wasn't looking at this. He was like, what? I just scrolled down and it just came up. It's like one of those pages that they were made to like trick you into looking at a chick with a big dick. But I totally fucked with him for quite a while after that. I was like, my dad's just out here fucking smoking crack and looking at T-girls. That's all.
So I see 1 Chris Cornell, 2 Lane Staley, 3 Jerry Cantrell. I still put Lane first. Probably Chris Cornell second, and then I don't know. I like Eddie Vedder too as a singer,
and
so
I don't want people to think.
Go ahead.
I don't want people to think my dad's transphobic. At one point in time, he decided it was fair to tell me and my friend that he had had sex with a post-op transsexual one time, and that and it was the tightest pussy he ever had. He said, it was very progressive. My father.
It's important for your. I'm glad that your dad is helping raise visibility.
Yeah.
Of the trans community.
Now, this might be a little phobic. He said she was very passing, and afterwards he didn't know it at the time until afterwards.
Yes, that's a little problematic.
And I was like, oh, okay, but it was a different time. This is like the late 70s, probably. This is some early.
And your dad is telling you this.
Yeah. He was driving me to work one day, me and my friend. When we were probably like, I don't know.
That's good
17,
porno.
18 years old.
Have you heard about the garbage can nasties? Asterios?
I'm sorry. I have not heard of the garbage can nasties. But I apologize, Ben.
You have to go?
Billy was just no. Just Billy was just telling us about how he was being driven to school by his dad, and his dad told
work. Yeah.
You and your
Me and my
friend are in
friend.
the car.
Yeah.
So now, how does this come up?
Well, my dad, he was telling us the full conversation was him saying sometimes you have to do things for women, because he was talking about, at one point he had told us that his girlfriend had put a candle up his ass. And I was like, we were making fun of him for it because we were kids. We didn't know any better. And he was getting tired of us making fun of him for it. So he goes, it wouldn't have happened, but I was handcuffed at the time. I wouldn't have let her do it, but I was handcuffed at the time. I didn't have it. So that was his defense. And then because we were busting him so much, he started bringing up other acts, sexual acts, where he was like, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Now if someone was making fun of me for getting candled, I wouldn't then bring up other sexual experiences.
Yeah.
I would try to move I wouldn't.
I think his idea was that wasn't even the worst sexual experience he had.
It's interesting because much like the ukulele girl, I know why this person's doing what they're. There is a logic to this. I still wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But here's something I would do. Oh, damn it, he's gone. I found that Conan video that I've masturbated to.
We'll get him up in a second. We'll get him up in a second.
Okay.
We'll check it out.
That's okay. That's all right. But so did Ben is Ben? I feel like Ben got significantly drunker recently. Like, did he take a huge hit of something, or like what happened? What did I miss?
The wine he opened is gone. So
he drank a whole bottle of wine?
Yeah. He opened at the beginning of the show. That's a respectable buzz, right?
A whole bottle of wine over 3 hours. I mean, that's actually not terrible. He just seems particularly messed up right now. I'm just, I don't know, did he hit a bong or something, or maybe an edible kicked in.
I didn't notice any bongs. Do we have any bongs today, Ben? Did you smoke out of it? No. Oh, no, he didn't smoke any bongs.
Oh, Ben, I found that Conan clip I jerked off to as a child.
Asterios left a Conan clip from his childhood.
Conan or
Conan O'Brien.
Okay. I heard you say Conan. I was like, the Destroyer?
Conan the O'Brien.
I apologize.
Check out some tape we found.
Conan basically lives in Seattle half of the year.
His wife is from here.
know that.
Yep.
His wife is from here.
There's this vlogger I know that like vlogs around Seattle, and he was in Pike Place Market just vlogging, and he walked right by Conan O'Brien and didn't even notice it, and all of his viewers were like, that was Conan O'Brien behind you right there. Because he buys... you can buy like fresh fish. Like if you like seafood, you can buy like shit pulled right out of the water down there. So he was down there doing that.
That's right. I'm a private investigator, and I can find clues no matter where they're hitting.
I could see masturbating to this.
Well, it's about to get better.
Delivery for Luscious Jones, private investigator.
Delivery? Come on in.
Is that Lyndon Johnson on the wall? Whoa. There's a picture of Lyndon Johnson on the wall.
Is this Tarzan action figure?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brendan
remember the Tarzan
Fraser.
action figure that masturbated?
This that wasn't Brendan Fraser, was it? That's the Tarzan cartoon. Brendan Fraser.
It was modeled after Brendan Fraser, right?
Whoa, yeah, you can fap to
And
this.
you can see it's a very funny bit. Look how funny this is.
Oh, dude.
With swinging arm action.
Brendan Fraser was George of the Jungle.
Yes, Brendan Fraser was George of the Jungle.
Oh, you're right. He was. My bad.
Yeah, no, I can totally see you masturbating to that, Asterios.
I mean, it's. I just wanted to prove to the audience that it's like this was not a stretch. Like there was a very, and then I looked up that woman the moment I had internet access a couple years later, and yeah, she's a pornographic film star. But
yes,
yeah, that was a big deal for me. That tape that we just watched.
That's a good tape.
I watched late night all the time, and there was shit that informed me at a very young age, like all of the late night TV. And I always thought that it was really cool that it was live and anyone could fuck up, like at any like SNL,
yeah.
We had
out here it wasn't live though, right? Like
SNL was on
a delay.
A delay.
Here. Yeah, like I grew up in Ohio, which is still Eastern time, so we got New Year's at real New Year's. We got real New Year's, right?
Right, exactly. Not West Coast time zone.
Right.
New Year's.
Here in Seattle, we had a public access television, and
they would play porno, like straight up porno on their public access.
There was two guys that would play straight up porno. It was a guy named Mike Hunt. He would play.
Yeah, was that
porno.
his real name?
Well, that was his show name. Mike
What
Hunt
ethnicity
TV.
is that name?
And then there was another guy named T.J. Williamson who would play pornography, but he would often play pregnant pornography.
Why?
He was into that
Is
sort of thing.
TJ around? Can we have him on the show?
I don't know if we could find him, but that's not even what I was getting into when I was a kid.
I'm fascinated by him and his pregnant porno.
Yeah. When I was a kid, though, there was another person like, do you know who Brody Stevens was?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brody Stevens was
I don't
from.
know who that
He had a
is.
public access show here in Seattle, so I was watching him when I was like a little kid. I'd call in and fucking prank those guys. It was fucking great, funny shit. But this woman named Shannon Kringen, aka Goddess Kringen, she would be on and she would film herself almost in this like dumpy, frumpy, chunky Art Van Gogh style of metaphysical existence, and she would say all these like
So from the mental institution?
well, it was like from a heightened experience, right?
Oh.
It was like on a metaphysical level. She would paint her body, dance around naked, and show her like boobs and puss.
Art Van Gogh does that behind a paywall.
Yeah, well, this was before OnlyFans. This was just broadcasting
Would she
on
have
public
put it
access.
behind a paywall? You think?
Maybe
Oh.
she was more about the
I showed you the
artistic.
piss hippie we had in Albuquerque, right?
Yeah.
Don Schrader.
Don Schrader.
We had this in New Mexico. If you can imagine the public access in Albuquerque, New Mexico, we had a man. He was like at the time a 50-year-old man in a loincloth. And he would just preach about how technology's evil, the world is evil. The white man came to North America and gave them lard, sugar, flour, and salt. The 4 white poisons, he would call it. Yeah. And I found out he's actually on YouTube now, I think.
Yeah, I'm just looking up Shannon Kringen on YouTube, and she's got a lot of shit. She anyway, when we were talking about
I love bright colors.
embarrassing fap stuff.
I grew up on a farm in Illinois, and I
That weird
came
shit
here
got
first
me
in
as a kid.
1970 in June
they
of
love him
70,
there.
a conscientious objector during the
So
Vietnam
this is who
War.
you embarrassingly fap to as a kid?
No, I didn't fap to him.
Oh.
Well, as a kid, I didn't know he existed.
process of changing
In my
my own life,
20s and 30s, I saw this guy
some people.
being
I'm
naked.
deeply indebted
to
many, many people who have taught me, who have
Oh, I
high-paying
know
jobs.
this guy.
Yeah, he's like a naked
Careful, my
man.
alfalfa plant.
He's the piss king of
yeah.
Albuquerque.
And
Right, because he's been
there's
on like
so many
HBO
people
Real Sec.
who
He's
have
I know
high-
this guy.
Yep.
simply enthusiastic.
The thing that I just sent you was in New York City, our late night pornography was called the Robin Bird Show, and I just sent you guys an episode from 1980.
Hi there. I want to welcome you all to my special Conventioneers Hour. I want you to...
This is actually
take off
Elisa Jordana.
those hats,
It's her birthday.
loosen those
Happy
ties,
birthday, Elisa Jordana.
Yep.
take off your shoes and relax for the next hour, because you are going to watch the hottest show on TV.
Everyone, tip train, tip train. Everyone hit the tip train.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's linked in the chat. Hit it up. What is it, though? What does she do?
I don't know. I mean, her TV show was on the air for like 20 years. But just like, it's amazing to me that like, there's people in their 20s and teens that don't realize, yeah, we just had hardcore pornography on television.
This was before YouTube.
Yeah, this is 1980.
This is what we had as kids instead of YouTube. Is she a fucking elf?
Anyone could do it too. Like anyone could like sign up and get like a 30-minute slot on it.
I used to go down to the station and guest on some of the shows.
Yeah. When was that?
It was cute.
That's cute.
Leonard and I were sitting on top of the high
This was
trying to figure that exact
YouTube.
thing out about a month
There was the
ago.
bong hit championships in Seattle. People would just call in and take bong hits over the phone.
That's what it is.
That's awesome.
That's great. That's great. And do you remember what you did? Your first film? Do you remember your first film? I know.
So
I do, because
are they porn?
yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
It's an hour, so like it's like there's talk and then there's porn. Like the porn parts, I imagine we probably.
Yeah, this hour has 27 minutes, so it's probably no porn on the YouTube.
but I'm just saying they're talking about their porn experience.
Oh yes, they're talking.
Yeah.
They're both talking about their first porno film experience. Yes.
How did you feel?
They're not
doing
talking
it?
about community
Was your
outreach
first film.
commercials.
To be honest with you, Robin, I am so nervous in front of a camera to this day. But not
To this
nearly as
day, I'm
nervous as I
so
used to
nervous
be.
in front of the camera. I just have to be pinned against a wall and ripped apart from my crotch first. That's the only way I can get to a scene.
Drove me crazy. I'd hide behind someone, or just at the last minute, maybe smile.
She kind of looks like a older Ryby.
I couldn't.
Why do you have to?
I like that Padawan braid she has too.
Right?
I've been talking. Ryby DM'd me the other day.
I really have
Yeah.
nothing to say because I worked with David Morris, who's very good looking and put me at ease. But I almost didn't even feel the sex. I didn't even feel my lines. I didn't feel anything.
Didn't feel her lungs?
Her lines.
Oh.
For lines, because remember, pornographic films had long dialogue. See, like pages and pages of dialogue back then.
All those people are looking at me through this camera, and that one has a camera, and that's all I was thinking about.
Egged, help us get to 50%. Egged.
Hello.
Egged. We have to go do a post show and read the rest of ISOM. And we've been going long.
You better
because
fucking get there. It's 9:20 p.m. We got more show to do. We've been live for 3 fucking hours.
That would just strange, right? That would be strange. I never had a chance to become nervous about the sexual part till a few films later, when I got more comfortable with the camera. And
Yes, please. Tomorrow, Egged, is your magnum opus, right? Like tomorrow, if you don't get that currency in the account, you're nothing, right? You're not even going to get into Summer Scam. If you lose tomorrow, Egged, you're not even in Summer Scam.
If you lose tomorrow, Egghead, I'm going to tell everybody you can't even wipe your own ass.
Or there's extra crew that aren't necessary. And that's when I start saying, hey, get that one out of
Better
here.
not do a 24-hour stream, boy.
Better not, boy. Better not, boy.
Just like before. This is a very
That's that. Back up the tape just 2 seconds, Ben.
By the way, Lord Magicus, you can eat all the cake and ice cream you want.
Okay, watch this.
And be a Louis C.K.
See this woman in the chair there? Play it. Play the video. See this thing going here?
Just like before.
That's the first OnlyFans.
This is a very interesting question. Recently, about 6 months ago.
Don't tell me what to do. Have a 6.
How did that get so much louder?
I don't know. Oh, because I have this boosted.
I don't know if
good.
They're like.
No, it's okay to have this boosted. I just didn't know if
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant, and it closes up on her tit.
Oh,
Cinema.
Because it's a public access camera person. They're just like, I'm bored. I'm gonna shoot this person's boobs.
New Jersey Star Journal.
Yeah, we got two women who work in porn talking about
2 or 3 major
their intimate introduction into the business, and this guy's bored.
And I'm sorry, where was this locally based?
This is New York City.
Okay.
The Robin Bird show was on for.
Because I was the lucky.
You can find the full episodes on archive.org.
About 2 or 2.5 years ago. I really don't. It was in summer.
I wonder if the Seattle Public Access full episodes are on there.
They might be.
Was it 70? I remember that I was supposed to do that one, and you were smart.
What is this fucking handle she has on the side of her head?
That's
like her Jedi Padawan braid.
Yes. I do have to say I don't like porgs.
That's
Porgs?
okay. They're not for everyone.
Yeah, do you remember them? They're like the weird
Yeah, I
little-
remember them.
Okay.
I thought they were made for kids. Like, that's why they had them. Weren't they child
Like
porgs?
Ewoks?
Ewoks were made for kids. I liked Ewoks because when they came out, I was a kid.
Yeah.
And
Wicked W. Warwick.
Here's what I thought. Damn. Here's what I thought about the porgs. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Were they like little bird rodents?
They're like little puffin rodent gimmicks.
Yeah.
Little puffin bird.
They're half pug, half puffin.
You know what?
They have the
I
pug
take it
crown.
back. I like them.
Right?
I lied.
I think what's not to like?
Like, you'd have to be
You're
a
right.
complete
You're right.
contrarian to dislike porgs.
But I took it back.
Well, I know. That's why I waited till after you took it back. I don't want to accuse you of being a contrarian.
Hey, before I go, clearly I'm in a new studio. Would you guys like to see how many porgs are around me right now?
Yes.
I can't see any
amigos.
on camera.
Oh well, no, not yet. Of course not. Oh, I gotta move the.
I'm porging out. I want the world to know I've got porgs to show.
So let's see. Okay, so
I'm porging out.
Oh my God. He's got a fucking.
There's a framed wall porg.
Yeah, and then there's this porg is made out of Lego over here. You could see
Nice Lego
Wish I could
porg.
Zoom in on him.
That's
And then
the Mimikun.
we flip these lights.
Oh, look at that
Oh
wall
my
of
God.
porgs.
There's too
Over here,
many.
We've got a bunch of porgs there, and then we have this cool porg backpack. There's
Yeah.
porgs up in that shelf, and then that is another framed picture of porgs. Then there's a bunch more porgs there, and then a book about porgs.
Yeah.
My fiance was like, I want our place to look more grown up. Can you just put all of the nerd bullshit in the studio? And I was like, yes, that's exactly where it belongs.
Yeah, that is the right place for it, though.
Yes. It's like she has like nice art and like china and plates and like little antiques, and then this room is just porgs. It's just a big porg nest.
I like how she doesn't like ask you to grow up. She's like, just hide it.
So you moved recently, and that's why it looks different behind you.
Yeah, I did. But what was I saying? The thing is, she likes the porgs.
Yeah.
She's just embarrassed.
Yeah.
That's the duality.
Well, it's not that she's embarrassed as much as every time you guys have dinner guests, you put on porg theater at the table. So she wants to have it in another room so she can catch you when you're leaving to go get the porgs and stop you.
He's trying to play porg.
Porgin?
Porgin.
Is that a porn joke?
Yeah.
I don't
All
get
right.
it. Oh, now I get it. Thank you.
Yeah. Playing with your Porgin organ, huh?
All right, kids. I'm so sorry. It's over here on the East Coast.
Don't apologize. We should have been doing the post show fucking half an hour ago.
The island they were filming on was covered on puffins. It was easier to turn them into porgs than to digitally take them all out.
That's exactly true. Yeah, because they were the island they were filming on was literally like a nature preserve, and they weren't even allowed to like shoo the birds out of.
We
the
have
shot.
puffins around here in the Seattle area. There are puffins.
Puffins are so fucking cute.
They are
Puffin beast or weed.
Yep. Hannibal and Monty want to eat one.
Yeah, I'd eat one.
My fiance has eaten puffin and
What?
says it's just slimy. Well, she was before we got into porgs. She went to Greenland or Iceland, one of the two, and then she had puffin, and she was like, "Yeah, it's just kind of slimy, and there's not really much taste to it." I think she also ate like whale or I don't know. In Iceland or Greenland, like you're allowed to eat a bunch of endangered species.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing she eats that she likes that you think is gross?
Nothing, honestly, nothing like that comes to mind. But the worst thing she's ever eaten is horse. She went to China. Yeah, in China, like you can get horse on the menu, but
you can get that in Italy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's
yep,
cool.
Yep.
Asterios, now that you're full screen, tell the world how they can follow you.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I got this new microphone boom arm and it's falling off, but it's not falling off. The great comedy of the Asterios Kokonos is the loudest podcast. Right. It's these past 2 episodes have been my fiance like introducing me to the nuts and bolts of King Cobra. Like we watched, we read his entire the police report for his Christmas arrest.
Oh no!
And we've watched so many King Cobra videos and reacted to them on the podcast. And, I've only known King Cobra from this show, and she knows so much about this guy and she's so obsessed with him. And so she shares that obsession with me on the most recent 2 episodes of the Loudest Podcast. You can find it on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you can find podcasts, you can find the Loudest Podcast.
The Loudest Podcast, everyone. Look it up.
Asterios, you can leave. You can leave before answering this question. You can. But I have to ask it. I have to ask it.
Okay.
When you're being intimate with your fiance, do you ever slide in a lolcow reference or a lolcow catchphrase?
Oh, you know what? The funny answer is yes, but again, because I'm 40, it takes all of my concentration and focus to stay alive in the game. And it's not even there's no winning.
Yeah.
It's just, can I lose by less? I call it a zero-sum game. She calls it a zero-cum game. Anyway, it's a production.
There you go, Asterios Kokonos. Thank you again for coming and hanging with us. It's always a fun time having you on the show. We love you very much, good sir. Thank you for the Porg Tour. Thank you for the laughs. We're going to go do our post-show. Patrons, $10 and above.
ISOM.
We're going to go read ISOM.
We will see you all there.
Have a good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet. Gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.